Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. For the first time since 2015, Ohio State is number one in the preseason coaches poll, landing 38 first-place votes. Oregon comes in at number 2, followed by Georgia at 3, Texas at 4, then Notre Dame at 5. Buckeyes start fall camp tomorrow, where the Fan will be on site Thursday and Friday, starting with T-Bone and Tyvis and Morning Juice Thursday morning at 6. Today, Ohio State commit Jameer Brown, and the nation's 6th-ranked receiver, will return to Wayne High School from Big Walnut after transferring last spring for the Columbus Dispatch. OHSAA rules state transfers can only play the first half of the regular season unless they meet a certain exception. Baseball today, Guardians host the Mets at 6:40, while the Reds greet the A's at 6:40. This update brought to you by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. Tickets, sideline passes, and trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register today at roosterswings.com.
It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Nooner funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
All right, welcome back in. Big Wednesday for you. Rothman and Ice, Anthony Rothman, Matty Ice Hayes. And the loose cannon, boys. How we feeling?
What up? What up? Feeling good. Feeling great. How are you?
Outstanding, my
there
man.
you go. That's the energy I like.
There you go.
That's the energy I like, baby. Let's go.
Scotty Vegas dropped off a soft earned dollars breaking tee
Show it to
for the boys.
Show it to the
For the
folks on
boys.
YouTube. If you're on the
Over
chat,
my face.
you can see
There
that
you
right
go.
now in the YouTube chat. Soft earned dollars.
Exactly what we are every day.
Yep.
Nothing hard earned here. All right, so that's cool. You can get it at breakingt.com. You can go to I assume you can go to the Fan website. Scotty's probably yelling at me right now because they don't have all the information. But I know you can get it on breakingt.com. But will you be able to go to our site and portal in, Matty?
I hope so. I sure hope so. Regardless, though, like you said, get on over to Breaking Tees and copy one, man. Get you one. They look
TLC, you got
good.
information on that? How people can acquire the T-shirt easily, smoothly, a nice transaction? Anything on that?
No.
All right,
Just
beautiful.
Venmo TLC all your money.
There you go.
Yeah, you know
We'll
what?
make sure it gets you a T-shirt.
Why don't you just tell them what T-shirt you'd like to have?
I'll give you something if you Venmo me. I can't say it'll equal the value of the money that you give me, but I'll find a way to send you something. I'll send you. We have a lot of pens. I
You
can send you
can.
some pens.
All right. So I just went to the fan. You can go to 971thefan.com/fan store, and then it has all the collection. It has them all. So one-stop shopping, although I just clicked on it and said the connection is not private.
Wonderful.
What does that matter?
I don't know. Get you one of those private browsers
that's
that TLC
weird.
taught us.
Yeah, I
The
don't.
incognito.
Well, now
browser.
I don't understand that because I just clicked on it. So
Go to Breaking Tees for now. We'll update
We got
everybody
some
on
Wi-Fi issues. In
our
that.
I
website.
wonder if it's us here.
Okay, maybe.
Wouldn't that be great if somehow the site felt like going to our own website was something weird, which I just tried to do or couldn't get through?
We got some crazy, funky Wi-Fi in this building. I tell you.
See, I don't really have issues with the Wi-Fi. You talk about that a lot.
I'm not on it anymore. I'm done. I'm out.
I go Wi-Fi-less on my phone every single day here.
Yep.
AR doesn't want the folks upstairs watching what he's looking at on his phone. He's got to get off. He's got to get off the network. You know.
Yeah. I'm not on the
dark
network
web.
anymore.
Exactly.
See, now I'm getting some spam call out of nowhere. What
is going on?
I don't know.
We need to unplug.
right.
The only technology we can have is these microphones.
Do you guys find
No
it
computers, no phones. We'll just talk to the people, old school style.
You guys find it weird that Venmo, that you can see what other people are paying other people?
That's why you got to put it on private. I put all
I
my
don't-
stuff on private on Venmo.
Yeah, it's like a social media network.
Yeah,
they have
it's
it
crazy.
public
What
until you
is
make
that?
it private.
It's insane. Like you
Like
can
I
open,
see, like it's not even me. It'd be like, Max sent Sam $20 for pizza. Like,
Right.
what do I need to see that for?
You don't need to see it. I think everybody should be private. I don't understand
show
their
me how to do
reasoning.
that.
I don't understand their reasoning at all. Why would they do that? When they created that app, why did they think to themselves, hey, let's make everybody's financial situation available so they could see all the transactions?
I mean, I could understand if you are friends, technically, if you want to use that term, with somebody on Venmo, somebody that you're constantly maybe going back and forth with money, and then so you guys are connected. Like if you and I on Venmo, because I've done it and you've Venmoed me before.
Right.
And so we're connected somehow, but why would I have any interest or knowledge in knowing who you are giving money to? Why would I know that?
You
like
wouldn't
I
have
went
any
here.
interest.
Brad paid Max. Like what do I need to know
Max
that
doing
for?
What's he purchasing up there today? What's he doing?
I don't know. There's a golf flag next to it, so something happened there.
Round of golf or something on somebody
weird.
up there? Yeah,
Why?
it's strange. I don't know. You got to get
This guy paid Skins. There's all sorts of stuff on my timeline.
So are you saying that your profile is public when you make transactions on Venmo? People
How
can
would
see
I
what-
know that?
I'm seeing Anthony paid Tim Timmons, and the caption is in studio appearance.
All right.
I didn't know he paid our guests.
Never. Erroneous. But that's a good one.
Very proud of you. That's very nice.
I don't know. You'll have to show me how to put it on private
I
or
got
public
you.
or however.
Yeah, I got
it's
you. I
set
got
up.
you.
Anyway, all right. We got that. Speaking of money,
Yeah.
speaking of Venmoing people or
Let me loan something?
paying.
Feeling generous today?
Sure, why not?
Okay. When I
Can't take
go into your private settings, I'll send some to
Hey.
myself. You know what I mean?
Can't take it with me.
Exactly.
But you can leave it. So this was kind of making the rounds, which was funny, that the Akron Zips are giving one lucky season ticket holder the rare chance to help call the offensive opening drive during the team's home opener. All right. It's getting kind of crushed a little bit. Like I saw the guys on Get Up talking about it, and Louis Riddick and the guys were like, what is this? How? And it didn't hit me like that. Now, does it dilute your credibility? I guess a little bit, right? Because if you want to be looked at as, hey, we're a legit, sophisticated program, we can't offer up a joystick to an average fan to, like, take us down the field.
Here's the sticks.
That can't happen.
Yeah.
But I didn't take it that way because I don't know all the details of it. And I'm thinking, okay, so maybe it says there's one catch, however. The opportunity only lasts for the team's first offensive drive of the home opener. After that, the winner's college football play calling career will ride off into the Ohio sunset. Make history and be the lucky season ticket holder.
There it is.
By the way, they're already a season ticket holder, so they're rewarding a season ticket holder to design the opening drive. Now, what that exactly means, do they have full access to the playbook? Are they meeting with the coach the day before for a half an hour and like, okay, this is what we usually like to do.
Here's
you get
my
an
thought.
option to pick, like we're going to run it here. Like
My thought is that they're going to offer up to whoever this season ticket holder that gets the gig, that you have a select plays to choose from. So, you know, the scripted plays that offensive coordinators and quarterbacks and head coaches work through already. I think that person will be able to pick a play or two from that package.
But they're not there live, right?
I don't know.
They're actually, it says here they're designing the opening script. They're able to script the opening drive.
Get them up in the booth with a headset. If we're going to
3
do
and out.
this, let's
How's
make it
that?
official. They need to be up in the booth or down on the sideline.
I want to punt on the first play. Really announce our presence with authority. The contest it's unique. So it says here a unique way to engage fans. It's kind of enraged some fans in a weird way, not engage them. Now, I thought about this. Everybody has their price. And I do believe if the game, who's Akron playing?
They
in their
play
opener?
Robert Morris. And
Bobby Moe.
I looked at ESPN's matchup predictor.
Okay.
And they are giving Akron a 95% chance to beat Robert Morris. So Akron and their coaching staff, they're looking at Robert Morris and saying, we can mess around for an opening drive, make a little money or whatever it is.
Do the mess around.
For those of you who believe in bulletin board material, Robert Morris.
Yeah. Right, that'd be so
What do you think
offended
the
right
head
now.
coach is doing right now?
Yeah, that's what they think of you. They're letting some rando fan. And by the way, if you get scored upon, you're really toast.
I'm telling you what, I draw up a nasty first drive.
Yeah, do you get to show up to practice and install plays? Can you make your own plays that you're
I
going to
don't
call?
believe so.
I think
draw
they're
it
gonna-
up in the dirt a little bit.
Hey, boys, bring it in. Bring it in.
Maddie, you don't think, I'm just bringing this up.
Yeah.
If I said to Ross Bjork, got an idea for you.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about the random season ticket holder for Ohio State against Ball State. Why don't we put this as an item up for bids? Okay. And I said to him, if I could get somebody to pay you $100,000, $250,000, something to go to NIL or wherever you want it to go, if they get to sit with Ryan and Artie and design or help pick it. Like it's kind of they put their stamp on it.
Okay.
Hey, this is what we like to do on our first. It's against Ball State. This is what we like to do on our opening drive today. This is what we have an idea. And they tell that person, all right, these are the plays you get to choose from. It's Ball State. What's the worst that could happen?
Hey, it's a ramp-up game. Come on now.
All right, so you don't think that he might take the money?
I think Ross would be open to it. I don't think Coach Day wants any part of that. And also Ohio State, I don't think needs to generate funds this way. They've invited fans out to do this and that. People are paying to go out to these practices and everything. This feels like Akron maybe needs this. I don't think Ohio State or another big-time program needs to go down that type of road. Coach Day's not having any of that.
I don't think they're just doing a random drawing. They're not paying to do this. It's just a drawing that's going to be held on the 19th. And one lucky fans will be able to script the opening drive in our home opener. I honestly think it's cool. It's one deal. It's one little thing. It's Akron against Bobby Moe. You're engaging some fans. You're getting people to talk about your brand. And you know what? If the guys on Get Up want to torch you for it, so what? You know, it's not like it's not like you're putting the random fan in the game.
Why don't we just
random fan gets to suit up for one game? One of our scholarship players will not dress today. Rudy, I'm not dressing today, Coach. You're a senior and our captain. Act like it. I believe I am, sir.
Who should be more offended?
He didn't even get the Rudy. He didn't even. They just blew the Rudy quote right over his head.
Am I supposed to guess the movie that you just said heading into the quote? Rudy. Got it.
All right, good.
Thank you. Okay. Who should be more offended? Robert Morris's head coach or Akron's actual offensive coordinator?
Robert Morris's head coach. The OC, this is, a few plays and you're back to doing your gig. The head coach is
that not telling of where you're at in your career if you're that replaceable?
I don't think so. I think if you're an OC, you understand, this is the NIL world, and we got to do some of these things to get fans engaged and all of that.
Do you know how fun this would be if they actually do score on the opening drive? They're going to make this random fan an honorary captain.
That'd be worse for the OC.
No, I don't.
If a fan scripts the opening drive and we get in the end zone?
Well, it would be only.
Are you kidding me?
That makes me bad if on the second drive they go 3 and out. Yes. When the kid's not calling the play.
That's when it looks horrible.
I still think it's more on Robert Morris. I still think that you cannot let them score.
I'll tell you this much. Yeah. I'll be locked into the Akron's opening drive of that game.
Thank you. There you go.
I will be.
There you go.
Works for me.
The Zips.
Yeah.
What are they? The Roos, the Zips?
Fighting Jason Taylors.
Make the climb. Make the hop, it should be. Right?
Right.
All right. We'll come back. We got Adam Schefter, bottom of the hour. We'll hit a little AFC North coming up. Do they have it handicapped correctly? We'll tell you next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Tweet from a listener. Are you carrying the Buckeye game today? Considering we've never not carried one, yes. The answer is yes. The Fan.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of the biggest positives we hear from customers is, I love my Pella Columbus guide. We're there to be whatever it takes to make your life easy.
We've been working on our support as well.
Cool, like...
I made a pamphlet.
A pamphlet?
Double-sided, very thorough. Even put a word search on page 2 with window words like double pane, which is what my mom used to call me, still calls me.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes. GLakesHyundai.com.
Everybody thinks they're a great driver. Outlaw Motor Speedway gives you the chance to prove it. Experience professional racing simulators, full motion rigs, and some of the world's iconic tracks right here in Grandview. Race your friends, join a league, or bring the office out for an unforgettable corporate event. And when the checkered flag drops, keep the night going with great food and drinks here or next door at Agave and Rye. Then climb back in the driver's seat and see who's got what it takes. Book your race today at OutlawSimRacing.com.
Something big has just dropped at Hothead Burritos. Introducing barbecue pork carnitas. Juicy, mouth-watering pork carnitas. Our limited-time new citrus chipotle barbecue sauce. Savor the summer flavor. Hothead Burritos. Get up and get you some.
On this episode of Science Stuff, we're examining the fastest things on the planet. Like the cheetah. It can reach a land speed of over... probably having an off day happens to everybody, but here is the American race car. People love the thrill of the... Okay. Next up is the Falcon. No, all right. Oh, Great Caesar's ghost, what was that? Why, I think we've found the fastest. Let's watch in slow motion.
Hi, it's Alex, the friendly Apex.
It's Apex Pros, the pros who knows. They're the fastest thing on the planet. When you have a problem with your plumbing, furnace, air conditioner, or electrical system, Apex Pros gets to you faster than apparently everything. Leaves are blown from trees. Paint is stripped from buildings. Mothers clutch their children's hands. Because when you have something broken in your plumbing, HVAC, or electrical, you don't want to wait.
Columbus loves Apex Pros. ApexPros.com.
Hey, Bo Bishop here. From scratch-made dishes to craft cocktails built with their local spirits, High Bank is the perfect place for date night, game day, or getting together with friends. Whether you're sipping the best vodka in America or grabbing a meal, High Bank delivers every time. Learn more at highbankcode.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
After my accident, people warned me to slow down. I said, I don't know how. Thanks to my VA care team, I haven't.
At VA, we're using technology to help veterans recover faster and live their lives to the fullest. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov/PSA.
What defines Ohio? A place that dares to go first and never looks back. There's no slowing us down. At Jobs Ohio, our mission is clear. Strengthen job opportunities and empower Ohio's workforce. Another reason why Ohio is now ranked the #1 state for business by CNBC. This is what unstoppable feels like. We did it together, Ohio. Our time is now. See Ohio's momentum at jobsohio.com/Ohio's time.
Hi, I'm Josie. My daughter turns 5 today. Blow out the candles. I'm also an Ohio State Highway Patrol trooper. When you move over and slow down, you're not only giving me room to work, you're making sure I can get home to celebrate with my daughter.
Roadside workers have lives and families, but when they're on the job, they put it all on the line to protect and serve us. Let's all give them room to work. When you see flashing lights, remember, they're not just roadside workers. Thank you for moving over and slowing down.
Bobby Carpenter was voted Best Talk Radio Personality by Columbus Monthly Readers. Catch Bobby daily on Morning Chew, 6 to 8 a.m. on the Fan's YouTube channel, the Fan app, and on demand on the 10 TV streaming app. Oh, and Tito's there too. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We're looking at sunny to partly cloudy skies here for today with highs into the upper 80s this afternoon. Also tracking the chance for a few showers and storms mainly in the afternoon east of Interstate 71. We'll see more of the same here for your Thursday with highs into the upper 80s and some sunshine around. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on 97.1 The Fan.
1, 2, 3. Here at The Fan is always football o'clock. Proud to be your home of the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. The Fan. No one funks up the work microwave like these two. Fish again? You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
Just got a tweet from our boy Snagglepuss. How about you guys have a contest and a listener gets to participate in show prep?
I love this idea.
Oh, somebody's got to do it. May as well be you.
Shots fired.
Pretty awesome.
Pew, pew.
You guys like that?
I do like that idea. Shout out to Snagglepuss.
We've done shadowing in the past. We've put a rando on the air before, haven't we? Someone that shadowed or somebody's getting school credit at the
somebody's
end.
Come in and say, hey, you know, thanks for stopping by.
Tell the folks about yourself.
You know, here's a pack of crackers and a Capri Sun. Thanks for coming. You know, we've done that, but we haven't given them full power to say, hey, from segment 1 all the way to 3 o'clock, this is what you guys are going to talk about. And I'm kind of interested in this. I'm in. You're not really in right now. The pause there was.
You just
told me everything I needed to know.
Silence was deafening.
You just handed the entire show over.
Yeah. We got some great listeners, man.
Yeah, we do.
I'm sure it will be fun, creative. They'd want us to get into a whole bunch of different things. I want to do it.
What do you think they would suggest?
There's a little danger, though, in if that person loves a certain sport that we don't want to talk about or a topic, and then you're like,
what if they're like, segment 1, Trump.
I think we'd leave it to sports, if that's okay.
Segment 1.
I don't know if they win the sweepstakes. All right, if I win the sweepstakes at Akron, I'm calling trick plays on the opening drive.
See, I don't think they're going to give you that much leeway to do that. I don't. I think it's going to be Cole. You have 15 plays to pick from. Pick the ones you like, because their players have to know what you're calling too, right?
Well, then we would do the same thing. we'd give the rando listener 15 topics that we chose beforehand.
Oh, I don't love that.
Buckeyes, Browns, Bengals.
Yeah, I want them to have a little bit more free reign. Our listeners, yeah, I want to see what they can come up because I'm sure it'd be pretty wild.
That'd be great. You guys will have a great time with that.
Segment 2, Fauci.
All right. Did you book Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
He took equal opportunity to rip ESPN for the lack of Diana Rossini reporting.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers, he's about to go full I don't give a blank this season because he's letting everybody know I'm retiring at the end of the year. So he's going straight Jakaris on everybody on his way out. So this is going to be, I think, one of many interesting interviews, sound bites we get from Aaron Rodgers because I don't think he cares anymore.
But he's never really cared the last several years.
No, I agree, but I think now it's going to be ramped up. I mean, the whole Fauci stuff on Mac, like he was just letting the clip unload.
Just brush fire.
Yeah. So
like he's very he's always been at peace with himself, even with this being estranged from the family. But now he's back. Like he even said on McAfee's show, he was like, "What are you going to say about me now? I think my family's good." Everybody,
but help me understand this. Everybody in the family he's good with, but his brother. Correct? He and Jordan still aren't locked in?
Jordan was not featured in the Instagram post.
What happened between those two?
Doesn't necessarily
There was a
mean
sibling rivalry that went sideways. And the one that put it over the top, I guess a long time ago, parents reportedly stepped in, didn't go well, and they just have held grudges against each other for a long time. And then in the Bachelorette show, when the producers did the at-home date, meet the parents kind of thing, supposedly the producers talked them into leaving 2 chairs open, vacant, for Aaron and Olivia Munn because they didn't show. And then Aaron took that as that was really disrespectful because he goes, I wasn't even invited. I probably wouldn't have gone anyway, but he goes, I wasn't invited. It just kept going.
Let me go back to what you said initially about the parents had to step in. What was that?
I don't know.
What was that? That's what I need to figure out because Jordan's all over ESPN. He's on Get Up. He's on the SEC network doing a whole bunch of college football stuff. And the post from Aaron Rodgers was a very feel-good thing, right? Anybody that can figure things out with their family, I think is cool. But he and his brother just are not seeing eye to eye. And it's wild. It's crazy. So, but yeah, Aaron is, he's, because you know what they say, or sometimes you get older, you just don't really care anymore what people think about you, you know, all that type of stuff. I think that's what he's leaning into right now. And then TLC's going to double down with that same type of energy when he gets Baker next year as his quarterback.
Yeah.
It's 2 outspoken guys back to back.
Why don't Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Rodgers get along?
I think
no one outside the Rodgers family knows the full story.
Yeah. The recent stuff with the Bachelorette, I think, kind of sent it way over the cliff.
That Jordan knew that he wasn't coming and wanted to embarrass him. Is that Aaron's thinking?
Well, you want to know the exact quote?
Yeah.
He's like, they go on some bull blank show and leave 2 empty chairs. They all agree that this is a good thing to do, to leave 2 empty chairs at a stupid dating show that my brother just went on to get famous. His words, not mine. He goes, so that was that. Now, I think Jordan said that it's the producers of the show decided that, and I guess he could have said, no, I don't want that. And additionally, he shared that he and his parents became distant due to their different religious beliefs, that played a part of it. And so he explained that he was only close to Jordan growing up. Their relationship became rocky as a result of, quote, stuff from high school, stuff from college, stuff from post-college. That was it. And then when he reunited this past month, after another, quote, bonding week, that he shared a photo of his parents and Luke, the other brother. Oh, my gosh. While Jordan was notably not photographed, Aaron stated in an interview with the NFL Network the following month that he had reconciled with all of his family.
Okay.
So
they've been doing this dance for a while, though.
I mean, you're right to think that. I don't think it's a coincidence. I may have said this when you were gone. Yeah, you were out when all this happened, and I said that I believe him knowing this is his final lap, that he wanted to walk off that field and have his parents there. That's my gut. I feel like his parents probably were so instrumental in his athletic career, and even though things went weird, and he's had all sorts of different relationships and different iterations of himself, that I think at the end he wanted to be able to be close with his parents when he finally hung it up for good.
Yeah.
I don't think it's coincidence. I think he was going to play 3 or 4 more years. Does this happen in July? Maybe. But I think the timing of it is more than a coincidence.
Yeah, completely understandable. And he's making it known, which I think is smart, that, I've seen a few interviews with him that he's not even thinking about, hey, do I still have anything left after this season, which eliminates a slight distraction, if you want to go that way, for the Steelers this year, just having that hover over them. Now it's just all about, hey, how can we level up with a head coach that I have good chemistry with, some new additions on offense and defense, and they're always a tough out. And so I expect that to be the same thing from Aaron Rodgers and company again this year.
It's a little under the radar about his relationship with McCarthy. I always was led to believe it wasn't that great, that it wasn't that great in Green Bay, that he didn't really respect him that much. And then here we are.
Seems like maybe it was more Brian Gutekunst, right? Like that was maybe more so than the whole McCarthy thing, because Gutekunst was a part of, the operation and the thinking process that led them to draft Jordan Love in the first round when Rodgers was still at an MVP level.
I don't understand where this can truly go for them. Somehow, like the whole thing with Tomlin was they always made the playoffs. They always had a winning record. It would be weird. I don't know if this would affect Tomlin at all. Like if they go 10-7 again and lose in a wild card game, the exact same thing. It almost confirms what a lot of Steeler fan was thinking was enough of this. Like, okay, so Tomlin was good. He's fine, but we weren't going anywhere. But their offense they have not had a top half of the league offense in 7 years. Yeah. And somehow they've won enough defensively, and they pieced it together offensively enough. And maybe they're lucky that they were in a little bit of a weaker division at the time with what the Bengals have done lately and what the Browns have been. But you look at this, at McCarthy's team, I mean, I don't know where they're going. They got Pittman.
I like that addition opposite DK Metcalf. I like the addition of Rico Dowdle as well. I think Rico Dowdle and Jalen Warren, those guys can be a nice little duo coming out of the backfield, catching passes, just do everything together. I think that's going to work well together. And I've always liked what Freiermuth brings to the field when he's healthy and ready to go. So I do think their offense has a higher ceiling on paper this year. I don't think they're going to be a high-flying offense by any means, because I just think Aaron Rodgers at this point, he wants to get the ball out quick, doesn't want to hold on to the ball too long, and so I don't know how many deep shots you'll be able to take in on all those things. But, yeah, whether you're the Bengals, the Ravens, or any of the top dogs around the AFC on paper right now, when you play Pittsburgh, you know what time it is. You better strap the chin strap up tight, because they're going to make you earn everything. And I still think the defense with some of the OGs on the defensive line can get busy too.
All right, we're going to come back in 2 minutes. We'll come back with our guy, Adam Schefter, the senior NFL insider for ESPN. Camps are underway. Football is technically back. We'll get his feeling on what might happen. We asked him last week about that Browns quarterback battle and whether there is a plan revealed for Shedeur and Deshaun and more. That's next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Delaware County Veterans Services is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Give Delaware County Veterans Services a call, 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment.
Nothing annoys me more than wasting time. Scotty Vegas here, and I want to be golfing or playing tennis or betting on people golfing and playing tennis. I hate waiting on an oil change, but that's all changed. Krieger Ford, the car buying experience was amazing. The service, just as good. I left my Bronco in the driveway and easily scheduled an oil change at KriegerFord.com, and they even came right to me and changed it. All game changer, the Krieger Ford experience. Experience that at KriegerFord.com.
Hey, it's Timmy Hall for Central Ohio's most trusted orthopedic practice, Orthopedic One. A couple years ago, I felt like I was breezing through life. I was tearing through rounds of golf, and it hit me. Excruciating hip pain. Hip that would not go away until I saw my friends at Orthopedic One. Then, bye-bye pain. So if you're dealing with constant pain or you suffered an injury, start with the specialist. Start at orthopedic1.com. There's no referral required, and there's several convenient locations in Central Ohio. Schedule your appointment at orthopedic1.com.
Thousands of students every year choose Columbus State Community College, earning degrees that open doors to in-demand jobs, stable careers, and real earning power. Columbus State is making Central Ohio stronger. Apply today at cscc.edu. statefare.edu.
State Fair food is getting smaller and pricier.
We'll have room for fried cookies.
Okay, you never overspend on food. What's your deal?
What's his deal? He went to Metro and got $450 in value on the new Samsung Galaxy A37 5G for free and no activation fees.
Free phone? Oh, sign me up.
Get that more for your money feeling. Only on Metro by T-Mobile.
For your number and activate $40 period plan. $450 based on device discount, waived activation fee. Not available if with Metro T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
NFL Playbook with ESPN's Adam Schefter.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys. For all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs, contact the Roofing Guys at theroofingguys.com.
All right, TLC efforting our boy Schefty. When he latches onto him, we'll go to him. Todd Monken did reveal his plan. So Deshaun's going to get a start in the preseason. Shedor's going to get a start in the preseason. And he doesn't know who will get the third.
Preseason schedule for the Brownies at Chicago, home against Buffalo, home against New England. The first preseason game will be August 15th, so next weekend. Yeah, next Saturday, you'll get the first look at the plan that AR just laid out. And I can't wait to see who it is. They're not going to get a whole bunch of reps regardless of who the guy is. But, yeah, this is going to be one of the more must-see situations in the preseason is that, right? Like, you look around the NFL, I don't know if there's anything much more must-see than that, than the Browns quarterback.
All right, let's attack it this way.
Yeah.
When he says each guy will get a start before deciding who will start the third, is he talking about Deshaun and Shedeur?
Yes.
Does that mean Dylan is done?
That's been my read on this, is that
he didn't say all three of them outside my rookie will get a start.
I mean, do you feel at all that Dylan Gabriel's factoring into any of the quarterback one stuff right now?
No.
Me either.
But he talked about him the other day.
Uh-huh.
And who did we have on? No, I can't even remember. Because when I asked Schefter last week about, well, they're not going in with 4. He didn't think so. And, it was Tyvus. I asked the same thing to Tyvus yesterday, and he was like, no, they're just...
Slide Taylor Green down the practice squad. Yeah. Work on the project.
Carry the three of them.
Yeah. On game days. I could see that happening, for sure.
I mean, yeah, this seems to be the battle between the two of them.
Yeah. And it's going to be huge, AR, to see this new offensive line, right? That they put a lot of resources into this offseason, both in free agency with veterans coming in and obviously high up in the draft with taking Fano early. And so regardless of who the guy is back there, that's the unit that if, we listened to J.W. Johnson the other day. We listened to Jimmy Haslam the other day. And those guys are saying this isn't a punting year for us. If that's the case, then the offensive line is going to be the reason why the Browns have a better year than what people are expecting. Because we can all like Casey Concepcion and Denzel Boston and fan it on paper, but those guys can only do so much if the unit up front isn't doing their part.
He's got a rookie defensive coordinator, too. Right? I mean, they've got some talent on defense. We know that. They got Verse back in the trade, Schlesinger. They got Ward to the big deal. And the first rounder, they've got Concepcion and Denzel Boston, who they got in the second round. So the lingering question is obviously the QB situation. And they shouldn't be making a decision right now unless something was clear cut. They're splitting reps in camp. They'll split the preseason a little bit. Now, we pointed this out the other day. By Jimmy saying I'm not punting on the season, that doesn't mean, because what's the alternative? He's never going to go public and say, we're rebuilding. It's really not about wins this year.
Come on out for a lot of losses.
It's about developing what we have.
Can't play that card.
We're looking to Brook Park as the place where heaven is built. We got our boy Schefty. Oh, he's talking to somebody. Oh, okay. We'll move him to 12:45. Smart.
Grinding right now, man. League's popping. A lot going on.
By the way, it's a good, savvy veteran move right there. That you push him to the next segment.
The Browns fan base is not going to see their team at home a lot early on in the season. They have 3 home games, September 27th, October 1st, and then home against Baltimore, October 18th. Everything else outside of that, outside of week 10, is a roadie. So they have 6 road games leading into their week 11 bye. So they're going to have to earn it on the road early and often. Tennessee, Pittsburgh, New Orleans, the Jets, I think they can hold their own there. And then it's Jacksonville and Tampa out of the gate.
I need 3 wins before the bye.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
You need the Jets, Tennessee.
Well, I'd love to get Carolina. I'd love to win the home opener.
Mm-hmm.
You win the home opener, you win at New York, and then you'll be a dog in every other game, so you'd have to pull an upset somewhere.
Who's got the better quarterback situation right now, the Jets or the Browns?
The Jets or the Browns?
So we got Gino,
I would say
Klubnik, and who?
I don't know who the third is over there.
Didn't they have Cook?
Oh, God, Brady Cook.
So
is he over there?
And they have another guy, too.
Brady was starting games last year.
Didn't you tell us, weren't they the answer to one of your trivia questions, like which team has 4 guys that have started a certain amount of games? Didn't you drop that to us the other day?
He did.
TLC? And wasn't the answer the New York Jets?
No, the answer probably should have been the Minnesota Vikings. Because Max Brosmer won a game.
So who's the 4th guy on the Jets?
Bailey Zappi.
Okay, he's been around. He's played some games.
Western Kentucky's own?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't remember what your exact question was. Which team has a starter that's
has 4 different quarterbacks
that have won a game?
Won a game. The Minnesota
for
Vikings.
them or any game?
I guess it'd be any game because Kyler Murray hasn't won a game for the Vikings yet.
Brady Cook hasn't won a game yet in the pros.
Cade Klubnik definitely has not.
No.
Okay. That's right.
Where did all of these rookie quarterbacks go? I know Nussmeier's in Kansas City.
Which is going to be interesting for Justin Fields, by the way.
Really?
Well, it's just if Nussmeier pops at all, what path does that send Justin Fields down? I don't think he's in trouble, but they did draft a quarterback, obviously, after bringing him in the same offseason. So when the front offices make those type of moves, it tells me a little something about how they're thinking about at least their future. But
Justin Fields was a very good insurance policy if Mahomes wasn't ready to start the year.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it really was about. If he goes down, Kansas City does not become a Super Bowl contender with Justin Fields. They just don't.
No.
So
we've seen that movie enough to kind of know what it is. I think now he would probably rank amongst the better backups in the league, no doubt. Maybe he's number 1 in the minds of some, but when you extend out the amount of games that Justin Fields is your starter, that hasn't gone well at the stops that he's been at in the league, whether it's Chicago, the Jets, or in Pittsburgh. This guy hasn't been the consistent playmaker that some thought he could be. I think a lot of people thought he could be coming out of Ohio State. And so, yeah, you're right. There's no doubt their ceiling would absolutely lower. I'm interested in whether or not he's involved at all in the offense, even with Mahomes being healthy, because that is a weapon that you can use. And so they're also probably in the headspace of, hey, we don't want Mahomes running too much and all of this stuff. I know they added Kenneth Walker, but I do think there's a world to where they can get creative with him in certain situations as a wrinkle to throw at defenses this year. That way you can get something out of him.
Yeah. Fields, get something out of him.
Andy Reid's always been creative in the red zone. I won't be surprised if there's a couple plays he's got drawn up for him down there somewhere.
Yeah. It's one of those things that Mahomes, he's been in OTAs. He was working out this summer. He's been working out in camp. But if this turns into they need him early, I don't have their schedule in front of me, but this is not going to go well. But I could say the same thing for most NFL teams.
Kansas City starting at home on Monday Night Football against the Denver Broncos. And then they have an early bye. Their bye is week 5, which is tough. But the 3 games leading into that bye week is home against Indy, at Miami, and at Vegas. And so that's going to be huge for them to get going right away. Denver's always going to be tough. As we all know, they're a really, really good squad. But they have to, not half strong, but going 3-0 against Indy, Miami, and Las Vegas, I think is going to be a pretty big deal for them, because coming out of that bye week is the Chargers at home, at Seattle, and at Denver. So life gets real tough for them right away coming out of a early bye.
I mean, the only thing you could say, or I would say about Justin Fields, is that he's on a team that would give him a supporting cast that he hasn't had. to some degree. Like, I think there's enough there with Kenny Walker and
I don't know, dude. Like, outside of Kenneth Walker and then that's it
Travis.
For me. Travis is on hole 18. I think it's those two for me that I'm real confident that have high ceilings offensively, Rice and Kenneth Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else, I think, in Kansas City is a question mark for me right now on offense.
And that kid, the young kid that's been impressing. Well,
Cyrus Allen.
Yeah, Cyrus and Xavier are both hurt now or dinged up. But maybe they'll be ready for the season. But
yeah, I don't love their playmakers. They are.
It's all on Mahomes.
That's what it was
like
last
I said,
year.
you could take any of these teams, and the only one that I think we've seen Flacco keep the boat afloat. We've seen that. We've seen Jameis come in for a couple quick ones and maybe keep it afloat. There's no real contender that if they lost their starter, you'd be like, hey, they could still do it.
Like win it all?
Or at least get there.
Maybe Flacco, maybe. If he's right. If you catch him in that window, the turnovers aren't popping up, like then I think he has that upside. Real quick, I did want to mention this. I mentioned that 3-game window coming out of the bye for Kansas City, home against the Chargers, at Seattle, at Denver. They have another brutal stretch, a 3-game window at Buffalo, at the Rams, at Cincinnati. All in November, late November, going into December. Whew.
The Chiefs. Woo. This is going to be a test. Let's see what their over-under is on regular season wins. What do you guys think it is?
9.5?
It's 10.5.
Okay. I'll take the under.
The under is the favorite.
Yeah, I'll take the under.
Minus 150.
Yep.
Come back with Schefter in 2 minutes or 4 minutes or whatever this break is. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
We used to have a billboard with our host's face on it, but only ugly people work here now.
You mama say you ugly. Hey!
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
So you know your age, your weight, your income, and probably even the mileage on your car. But what's your testosterone level, and is that level normal for your age? If you don't know the answer, Low T Center can help, and they'll do it for free. Go take a free testosterone test and find out if Low T Center can help invigorate your life like it has for thousands of other men in Central Ohio. Get the energy, vitality, and endurance you used to have. Start now by going to fixmylowt.com and book an appointment for your free T-test. Do it today.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Good feet. Yep, that's the line of the season for me. Every day, I slip into my shoes, and I know I've got the support and alignment I need. You know, I hear my buddies complain about their backs, their knees. They walk funny. Some of them look funny. And I kid because that was me years ago. No more. No more over-the-counter insoles for just that cushion. It never lasts anyway. My personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store are stable, they're strong, and they're personally fitted to me. From the moment you walk in the Good Feet store, they're going to take the time to understand you and the needs of your daily life. I used to have the aching feet and occasional lower back pain. The Good Feet store helped me where I needed relief and found the arch supports that work best for me. For more than 30 years, the Good Feet store has helped thousands of people get back to feeling comfort on a daily basis, and I am one of them. So go in, take the free test walk. Good Feet arch supports are immediately available. They are on Polaris Parkway and on Stringtown Road in Grove City, or just get started at goodfeet.com.
Insurance companies often have a basic strategy: delay, deny, defend. Some try to grind you down, but they have another tremendous weapon, a software called Colossus. They know which attorneys are great and which are not so great. They know who is likely to take the last offer and who will take them by their scalp, kicking and screaming to trial. They know that they have to pay some firms early and fairly. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. The insurance companies have done their homework. Before you hire a lawyer for your injury case, do yours. Visit forthepeople.com and see our settlements and verdicts for cases like yours. We became the largest injury firm in the world for a reason. When you hire the wrong firm, you may be beat before you start. All law firms are not the same. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Summer heats up fast here in Columbus, and bad windows can have a tough time keeping a home cool and can send energy bills through the roof.
I hate to admit it, but we've had some complaints about our windows doing that.
Uh-oh.
I just tell them it's just like being at the beach, minus the water and the beach and the happiness, and you're in your living room. It's gross.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
If you dread dealing with your insurance company more than you dread build-it-yourself furniture, that came in 47 different pieces.
Why do I have 6 extra screws?
With extremely vague instructions.
What are these? Hieroglyphics?
Then you might have Insuranoia. And if you have Insuranoia, then you should get NJM. They go to great lengths to do what's best for their policyholders. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
The Reds are on the Fan's family of stations all season long. If you don't listen, Terry Francona will ride his scooter to your house and yell at you. Your home of the Reds. The Fan 2, and the Fan 3. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. NFL Playbook with ESPN's Adam Schefter.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys. For all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs, contact the Roofing Guys at theroofingguys.com.
All right, he's our guy, the senior NFL insider for ESPN. The one and only Adam Schefter is with us on the Bryan Heating Cooling Systems Fangast Hotline. My man, how we doing?
What's going on, guys?
All good. Let me get just a quick reaction on Mahomes. Is all trending towards week 1? What's your best prediction on that?
Okay, no. I'd be surprised if he doesn't play. Now, the big question is not whether he's going to play, but how effective he'll be. I'm sure he's going to be effective, but how close he'll feel to being himself. Like, I don't know if that's going to happen right away. Just naturally, like he had a significant knee injury in December, and he's talked about the fact that he's not going to be able to play, run around. He's not going to look to run the way he did, and his legs were a weapon. Not that he was a scrambling quarterback, but we know how elusive he was, and he had no problem taking off, trying to get that first down. And you just wonder, is he going to think twice about that? And how is he going to feel? So there are just some issues like that I think that'll be at stake.
Yeah, you wish it. I mean, maybe in his mind, he wishes it wasn't Denver on a Monday night to start the season, right? Because there's so much motivation in a divisional game like that, a very important game, especially at home, to play. Does that factor in, or would they're always going to err on the side of? So it's a long season, and
it's a guy that played like I think it was the next week after he dislocated his kneecap. Like he's a A1 competitor, and he always wants to be out there. And he was out there during OTAs. He's been out there during training camp. He's not missing. Like, why would he not be out there? And it's not because it's the broad. It's just because that's who he is and what he does. He plays, and he's tough. But I just don't know how much of himself he's going to feel that opening night, and in the first month of the season, or even all of this season. Initially, there are people who say that when they come back from an ACL, it takes a full season to get used to that. So hopefully he's better sooner, but it's a different adjustment for him.
All right, let's stay in the AFC West because there's another contender in that division, as you know, Shefty, that has a quarterback, their starting quarterback, coming back from a pretty tough injury. How are the Broncos feeling about Bo Nix and his recovery right now?
Also good. No issues there. He'll be out there opening night. Had the 2 ankle surgeries. They're obviously ramping him up. But my understanding is he's looked very good at camp.
We asked you about, I think last week I asked you about the Brown situation. Would they carry 4 guys, or could they kick the rookie to the practice squad and keep Dylan and Shedeur and Deshaun? I guess we know now that Deshaun and Shedeur will each get a preseason game to start. Todd Monken has not said who will get the third. Maybe he's basing that on how they play. But right now, Dylan's the odd man out of that equation.
Well, they haven't even brought him up in connection to a potential starting job. It's almost like they've said, correct if I'm wrong, that the starting job is being decided between Shedeur and Deshaun. Am I right?
He talked about, maybe looking good in a practice and upping his reps because of it. But, yeah, nothing that would get him into a 3-way race.
Yeah. It'll be Shador or Deshaun. My guess is 2 road games to start the season. They're both on the road. They're both in Florida. They open at Jacksonville, at Tampa. I wouldn't be surprised to see a veteran early on, and if it works out, they keep Rod. If not, they make the change.
Schefter, were they ever close with Clowney with figuring something out? I know now he's down there in Houston running it back with them, but I know he popped up in Cleveland a few days ago. How close did Andrew Berry and Clowney's camp get to getting a deal done?
I'd never heard that it got close.
Okay.
And I think he was interested in being in Houston. So we'll see how it goes.
So Zay Flowers gets his deal done with the Baltimore Ravens. These contracts always have domino effects around the league. Who gets affected by Zay Flowers' new contract, Schefter? Is that Puka? He gets affected by that?
No, Puka's in a different category,
okay.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't see that being the case. I'm trying to think of a wide receiver. I have a list here. Hold on 1 second. As we're looking, to me, here we go. My contract eligible guys on my cheat sheet. At wide receiver, we have Chris Olave, who's gotten paid, Michael Wilson, Parker Washington, Puka Nacua, Zay Flowers. That was on my sheet.
Okay.
Puka doesn't sound like they're close. Parker Washington, I could see Parker Washington being affected. I could see Michael Wilson being affected. Those would be the 2 guys that stand out.
Okay.
So last week I asked you about Baker. Do you have any additional knowledge to what maybe Tampa was offering or what he was asking for?
Yep. Tampa offered a 2-year extension averaging over $50 million a year. I don't know whether it's 50.5 or 51 or whatever it is. And and it was a 2-year extension over 50 a year. The money in the 3 years would have made him a top 5 paid quarterback in total money. But obviously, when he said he felt disrespected, my interpretation is he felt disrespected on the years, a 2-year extension. So anyway.
So they obviously want him to prove it in a way. And if he thinks he's a top 5 or top 10 quarterback in this league and he wants a long-term deal, do you feel in your experience that this, I know you don't know how he's going to play and how the season is going to go, but does this lead you to believe that they would be more interested in tagging him or letting him walk to free agency?
On Baker?
Yeah.
I think they tag him. Like, they're not going to let a starting quarterback walk out the door in March. That's not happening. They can't get a deal done. It'll be a tag. Like, I mean, and by the way, they could tag him the next 2 years for about $105 million. It's $47 million next year, roughly. $57 the year after, roughly. That's 2 years, 105, which is, probably similar to the 2-year extension offer that they've made. So there you go.
There's cap implications, though, by doing that, right?
Yeah.
Like worse for them if they do that.
Yeah, you don't want to like tags are like weapons. You don't want to have to do that. But if they have a starting quarterback who's not happy and he's going to leave, that's when you do it. By the way, when the NFL created franchise tags at the outset of free agency in the early '90s, when recovery, they created the tag. People don't remember this, but they created the tag as a safeguard so a franchise quarterback like John Elway and Dan Marino couldn't leave a franchise.
Right.
That's what the league was guarding against. And it turned into a weapon that teams began using on other players. And so, now that's what a tag was used for, and it could be used for again with Baker here. It wouldn't surprise me.
All right, my friend. Good to have you. But you're not going to Canton, are you? Do you ever go to the Hall of Fame stuff?
No, I a little while. Nope, okay. Haven't been a little while.
All right. Well, we'll welcome you back if you do ever. It's a good time.
Yeah, I would love to get there sometime.
All right, my man. Good stuff. Have a great rest of the day. We'll talk to you soon.
I appreciate it.
Thanks. It's our guy, Adam Schefter, the Bryant Heating Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. I could squire him about town, Matty. That's where I knew you knew that was headed that way. I was willing.
You're the face that runs the place
I
up
was
there.
willing to squire him around the grounds.
His handler.
Yeah, maybe I could introduce him to that guy in London that does the live, tell me the guy you want to hear about.
You don't believe that's still a human, correct? Now with all the
I'm going to talk to him again this week. I'm going to talk to him again this week. I'll tape it if you want.
Please.
Why don't you just tell me?
Because I don't think there's a human that can consume that much information in their brain.
Tarkenton?
There's no way.
But they're all Hall of Famers. He knows them by heart now. I think he is. I think that's all he's had to study.
I love that
he can give you a paragraph on anybody. Terrence Bradshaw, please. I think it'll happen. You come up with a name. He could come up with a name, and I'll ask the guy.
Ed Reed.
Edward Reed, please. You got one? Who you want to ask?
Just a random Hall of Famer?
Yeah, or a Hall of Famer you'd like this guy to give a little spiel on. Because he does it off no notes or anything.
Troy Polamalu.
All right. I'll try that.
Please do.
Edward Reed. Yeah. Spend some time in the bathroom with Matthew Ice Hayes. You got anything on that? We'll come back top of the hour. And the pressure of the new poll. Who carries the most? We'll tell you next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Tired of snoring? Sleep Better Columbus can help with a custom mouthpiece that opens your airway and stops the snoring. No mask, no noise. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com today. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
Get your air conditioner fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling. 1-800-COOLING.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
The savings are so good at Great Lakes. But have you seen our inventory? With over 1,000 new Hyundais to choose from, there's no need to settle at glakeshyundai.com. Find a new Palisade with the exact options you need, or a new Tucson in that color you have been seeing around town. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with Hyundai Assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile coverage. At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings and selection are so good. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge. And Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road. Ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a social media manager.
Did you just post our Q4 earnings to your personal social media?
Oh, yeah. Used the trending audio and everything.
That's confidential financial data.
Relax. It only went a little viral.
The SEC just commented with the eyeball watching emoji.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Getting a speeding ticket can ruin your day. But what about that cyclist or the pedestrian crossing the street? If you hit them while speeding, you'll do more than just ruin their days. That's why tickets are more than just a fine. They're a second chance. A reminder of what's on the line when you're behind the wheel. You won't get a do-over every time. So take this as your sign to follow the speed limit every drive. Speeding slows you down. Paid for by NHTSA.
At iBank Distillery Co., you'll find incredible food, handcrafted cocktails, and now expanded gluten-free menu options across all 3 Central Ohio locations. Happy hour with friends, brunch with family, dinner that never misses. Make your reservation at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at HighBank.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Trust isn't built in a day. It's built over years of showing up, doing the right thing, and standing behind every promise. For 34 years, that's exactly what Newman Roofing has done for families across Central Ohio. We know inviting a contractor to your home is a big decision. That's why we believe every homeowner deserves honest, transparent communication and a team that's there to educate you, not pressure you. The goal is simple: deliver a white glove customer experience that leaves you just as confident in the process as you are in the finished product. That commitment has earned Newman Roofing the honor of being voted City Scene Magazine's Best Roofing Company 5 years in a row. This award represents something more important than just recognition. It represents the trust of our neighbors. So, if you're considering a new roof, siding, or gutters, choose the local company that's spent more than 3 decades putting families first. Newman Roofing. Call 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Hey, it's T-Bone again. Sleep apnea doesn't have to rule your nights. Sleep Better Columbus has been treating snoring and sleep apnea for over 15 years with proven results and now has an office open in Marysville. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or go to sleepbettercolumbus.com. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. The Cleveland Guardians reportedly plan to promote number 2 prospect Angel Henao from Columbus ahead of tonight's game versus the Mets at 6:40. Cleveland's 57-57, 3 games back of Chicago for first in the AL Central. In Cincinnati, the Reds host the Athletics at 6:40. Redlegs 50-54, but just 5 games out of an NL wildcard spot. Soccer, Columbus Crew signed forward Gonzalo Tapia on loan from Brazilian side Sao Paulo. His loan is through the 2027 MLS Sprint season with a club option. Horse racing, the Preakness Stakes are being moved to 3 weeks and a day after the Kentucky Derby. It will be the first Triple Crown race ran on a Sunday. This update sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Take a vacation from high interest rates with special rates on balance transfers at BMI Federal Credit Union, bmifcu.org/visa. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey, this is Michael Behrens, Big Red, otherwise known as the czar of the parking lot, and you're listening to Rothman and Ice on 97.1 The Fan.
Second hour of the program. Before we get into the next little topic, what's on your mind? We got Ian Fitzsimmons at 1:30. You know, when I asked Schefter about Baker, would they walk him to free agency or tag him, and his response was, like, God, no, they would always tag him. I think that you have to wait that out a hair. A, how's he going to play? B, is he going to be healthy? You can't just make and the other thing, and we didn't have time, we're top of the hour, and I guess I should have said to Adam, well, if they think that much of him, maybe they would have given him an extra year, because tagging him just kills it's the cap, and it ruins everything. Now, I understand what he means by they wouldn't let a starting quarterback just, if he's effective, just walk. And they would be tagging him at $47, $48 million, so they'd feel like they'd be paying a decent amount.
Which probably in Baker's mind, though, is below what his value is.
Well, it's below what they just offered him, apparently, which he said started with a 5.
And it was a 2-year deal, too. That's the part that probably ticked him off a bit, is that I haven't done enough work to be your quarterback in my age 34, 35 seasons? Year-old seasons? I don't.
You haven't done enough, I guess, to prove you're a top 5 QB in the league to us and get a long-term contract with $60 million a season.
I think that's a ridiculous bar. If he's
got to go out there and play like it, I guess, for them, in their eyes.
Okay.
Because then they'll be glad to pay him.
But then you're going to have to pay him more. So why would you want to have to pay a guy more down the road just because, I don't know, he advanced to the divisional round?
They're unsure.
Of what? I don't know.
On whether he can be good consistently.
He has been.
Consistently?
Yes. He has. In my mind, he has been. And I know you're not saying this. I'm frustrated with them because NFL teams, they tell us for years it's all about the quarterback. You got to find the quarterback. And then you get one and you play these stupid games with them.
Let me ask you this. If he looked like he was great when everything was clicking in the first half, and then in the second half of the season, he looked like one of the worst passers in the league, how do they balance that?
When he was one of the worst passers in the league, he wasn't healthy. So we got to be real. I can't expect Anthony Rothman to be the best host when he's deathly sick and he can't talk because he's got the worst scratchy throat ever. I'm not going to judge you as a host by that.
Stephen A. would.
I know you're much better than that.
Stephen A. would.
Get out there and play, Darius Garland. So I know the numbers on paper took a dip. He wasn't healthy. Come on.
You missed 4 straight games, Darius Garland. Limp your ass out there no matter which way you got to do it.
Yeah. Be a liability to the team and be a good one.
By the way, we meant to run this comparison yesterday. Let's see how it sounds.
Hey, Seattle, we got a deal.
Thank you, baby.
Not as deep and raspy.
Was quicker, too.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah, it's a little too quick.
Would you bring him a sandwich or something? What did he need at the time?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Maybe somebody was rubbing his bunions. Who knows?
On the radio.
Thank you, baby.
Tyvis doesn't strike you as a guy that gets pedicures. Think he's got the bunions going on?
Well, a bunion is a big problem. That's a lot different than just getting a pedicure, right?
Pedicure can make it look better, I'm sure.
A bunion is something that's protruding out of the side of your foot, right? On the big toe?
Protruding.
I was about to say.
That's a siren.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
You guys.
Nobody's using protruding on a regular basis. I like it.
Let me get out my Merriam-Webster.
Protruding. Yeah, it's protruding. It's a good one.
Okay, let me pull up language of origin. I got. I don't know. Protruding means sticking out, jutting, or extending beyond a flat surface line or boundary.
It's a good call. It's a good call by AR. Used it right. You used it right.
Yeah, but I don't think you're going to a pedicure. You're not going to one saying, hey, work on my bunions. I just don't know. That's like a podiatrist. That's like somebody.
You're saying work on my protrusion.
Okay.
Just don't think that's what they do. They're working on your nails.
I just didn't know if they could make it
your heels.
Make it look a little better.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
all.
I guess.
You know how you go to
shave it down.
I've received a pedicure before.
All right.
And so you go in there and you get your heels and they get that cheese grater on there.
The heel, okay.
And then you get that dry skin off. There's got to be something they can do.
When was the last time you went?
Last year.
Oh, that long ago?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Maybe you'd prefer that around the holidays.
Nice little pedicure.
That is something stupid you can wear or something like,
a little pedicure, get a massage, a little glass of champagne while you're there too. Why not? Got to treat yourself.
Yeah, you guys a couples massage. You go in there as a tandem jump.
Well, he is in a relationship.
No, I mean you
so
two. The two of you guys.
Well,
TLC send you in there together.
TLC
be on separate tables.
TLC can't do anything in public with just another guy alone. Like it has to be another guy with us. Remember, he can't.
Remember the whole movie theater debate that we had.
The movie theater debate is different. It's not about. It was about just having room. I think some comfort. Like if you're in a movie theater and it's pretty wide open and you're going with a friend, and is there really reason to sit right next to each other? I think it's okay.
It's classic urinal etiquette.
Well, he would know.
Leave one in the middle.
Maddie would know.
Were you
him
next
and Edward Reed?
Were you next to
Ed Reed?
Wait, I've never asked this before. This is interesting. This is a detail of the story I've never even considered. Were you in the urinal next to Ed Reed, or did you have a gap between
Theater of the mind.
So here's what actually happened.
Okay.
I was in the bathroom using the urinal next to Malcolm Butler, Patriots star that made the interception against Russell Wilson. That's who I was with. I came out of the bathroom.
I was with.
And that's when I saw Ed Reed. So this all happened within like 15 feet. So AR's kind of swapped who was in the bathroom and who wasn't. But,
let's be honest.
It was Malcolm Butler.
It's a better story the other way around.
Well, Malcolm Butler's, memorable guy.
I mean, TLC goes in there. He's on his phone at the urinal.
Which is crazy.
Like looking at it.
Aren't you nervous that you're going to drop it or anything?
No, I hold it up over like the top.
Okay.
And so
And
I'm not holding it.
Why don't you just rest it on the top?
What do you think you're going to miss in that 20 to 30 seconds?
Nothing, dude.
That you have to scroll.
I don't. The reason that I have to scroll is because my body is trained to. Like, I'm just mentally, I'm not even thinking about it. It's not like, I'm like, oh man, like what's going on? It's just out of habit. My hand just reaches in my pocket and pulls it out and holds it and starts scrolling. Like,
so it helps.
My hand has muscle memory.
Okay.
I know. I saw you reach for the mouse. Hit it.
So it helps in the flow. Because, some people
you go into the bathroom for some people, and like you're at a game or something, and it's pretty crowded, and then it's like, I can't go because it's like there's too much. That's me.
Yeah.
Dude,
so I think maybe
have to
the
pee
phone
in stalls because I get stage fright.
Yeah, so
I'm
think
not even kidding.
Right. No, I'm serious. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I think the phone,
if I've been drinking a lot,
the stage fright goes away. The flow.
AR, we can't act like this is normal. We love our guy, but we can't act like...
I don't think he's abnormal. No, about the phone maybe, but I don't think he's abnormal.
Oh, there are tons of dudes at the urinal who pull out their phones and just scrolling.
This is a technical foul on
I'm dead serious.
I don't think there's tons of guys that are at the urinal on their phone for that short amount of time.
Oh, look over the divider next to you. You know what you're going to see? A cell phone being scrolled upon.
We need more dividers at urinals.
Yes, we do. That takes away from the stage fright.
I would not advise you peering over the divider.
Hey, you
just to see what's happening.
What's going on over there, big dog?
You on your phone too?
McGruby don't play like Homie, and Homie don't play like that.
Hey, what's in your algorithm?
Hey, what do you think of this parlay I got cooked up for the game?
That's probably what they're doing. But we do need the dividers because that helps cure the stage fright a little bit.
We need the dividers.
I definitely cannot do it like trough style. No. Stage fright. Got to go hit the stall.
Trough style, you're going to get stage fright. Non-divider,
again, stage
potential.
Fright. Going to the stall.
Potential. He's not abnormal that way. It may not be. He may be on the real low scale of guys that are staring at their phones while they're at the urinal.
But sometimes that distracts me, and then I'm like, oh, I'm not even focused on what I need to do.
That's what I'm saying. I think it helps with the flow.
It
takes your mind off of the being stage frightened.
Mm-hmm. There have been times where I've had to leave the bathroom after not peeing because I'm just like, after a while, I'm like,
you got to trick your mind, man.
Like this dude's waiting behind me, like. I can hear and feel his footsteps, and it's distracting me.
I can hear and feel.
Jason or Freddy Krueger?
I know.
Footsteps.
But I've been sitting here for 2 minutes.
He's getting
and it's
closer.
I can't just wait forever. It's like the guys to my left and right have cycled out of here 2 times over. I got to go. I got to leave.
I don't think I've ever seen a man at the urinal on his phone. But now that you pointed it out,
restroom.
They should have a pitch clock.
Oh.
It's like they have at the game.
Okay.
Like each one.
What time are you giving us, fellas, at the urinal?
30 seconds.
To start or finish?
Well, that's say a lot to that.
I was saying all inclusive, 30 seconds. But I understand how if you've been drinking a lot, it's going to be long. All right, 60. You step up. It's your turn.
If you've been drinking a lot, it goes quick.
You don't have to use it all.
There's no stage fright if you've been drinking.
Use it or lose it.
I'm just saying, you got 60.
Yeah.
From the time you step up to the time you flush.
At the urinal, I think that's fair.
Should be enough.
Stop
Move
midstream.
Oh, you mean because it takes you 40 seconds to start?
I think you have 30 seconds to start, and if it's
I think if you're midstream, you can exceed the luxury cap and go over.
And if the shot clock goes off and you're not done, you get a pistol whip to the back of the dome.
No, apparently you feel some footsteps.
Yeah,
behind you.
I'm telling you, the stage fright in the urinals.
The stage fright's real. As far as the doom scrolling,
I'm not understanding what you guys are saying about stage fright.
Really?
No,
it's never happened.
At the urinal, I'm just getting in and getting out. I'm not even thinking about it. What am I afraid of? I guess
it's just, I don't know.
Stage fright.
Not
at
like
the
anybody's
urinal.
peering over the divider. I don't know.
So what are we afraid?
It's a great psychology question.
Yeah.
What is it about it? You must feel some kind of self-consciousness, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your pants are down somewhat. So, I mean, it's not like it's normal.
That's a whole nother conversation.
I was in an airport a month ago.
We can't be going.
I was in an airport a month ago, and I went into the bathroom, and I came out and, didn't do anything because stage fright was crowded, stage fright. And there was a giant line to get into the stalls, but the urinals were open. So I'm like, guess I got to try the urinals. I came back out after stage fright, couldn't do anything. So I go to me and my group are walking.
Tends to flow easier if you're in there alone.
Me and my group are walking to our terminal, and then the next bathroom, I'm like, hey, I'm going to go in this bathroom. They're like, you just went. I'm like, no, I didn't. I'm like, I got to go in the stall this time. The line was too long.
You mumble it like that, too, because you were embarrassed?
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
Hey, you touched on something that I think deserves jail time. If you're doing that.
Oh, shoot. I got to plan the next segment.
If you're going pants down to the shoes at a urinal, jail time.
You hear what he just said?
I did.
That means he didn't have it. That means he was going to schedule. That means he was going to plan it during this
I'm going
segment.
to act like I didn't hear that. But if you're going pants down to your shoes at a urinal,
of course
that's
not.
2 hours in jail.
No one's doing that.
I'm just saying, if you are 2 hours in
that doesn't
jail.
make. I've never seen that. Maybe a little kid.
No. I'm just saying.
Maybe there's a little kid, but not a grown man.
They get 30 minutes in jail, even if you're a kid.
You know what? I got an in or out on this one.
All right, please do.
We'll do it.
This is great.
Rothman and Ice in the Fan.
The sound of Paul Keels calling a Buckeye game is erotic.
Oh, yes.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. You know, there's two things I love about Window Nation. Number one, they're going to give you great value. Window Nation windows have a lifetime transferable warranty because they're quality. They're triple checked at the factory. And you're getting a great deal because right now you can get 50% off all window styles from Window Nation. Plus 0 down, 0 interest, and no payments for 2 years. The other thing I love about Window Nation is they'll get the job done in a day. And Window Nation installers will leave your home cleaner than when they started. Minimal disruption to your life while fixing those problem windows that you've been staring at for years. You don't need to use a chat program to figure out how to get better windows in your house. Just go to windownation.com right now. They're good enough for HGTV's designing spaces, and they're going to be awesome in your home, especially when you get Window Nation windows now for 50% off all window styles, plus 0 down and 0 interest, and no payments until 2028. I'm telling you, Window Nation is the real deal when it comes to replacement windows and doors. Get a free quote at windownation.com today.
I suffered from chronic knee, hip, and back pain for many years.
This is Emily, and this is her Good Feet story.
I was unable to take a walk around my neighborhood, and nothing alleviated the pain. Oh, I'm just going to have to live with chronic pain for the rest of my life. I had been toying with the idea of going to the Good Feet store, and I went in, I got fitted for the arch supports, and I had a moment where I started crying because I was like, wow, this feels great.
For over 30 years, the Good Feet store has been helping improve the quality of people's lives 2 feet at a time.
And a few months later, I was able to walk like 10 miles. I've been wearing the arch supports for about 4 years. They are helpful every single day. My life is more wonderful because I'm just able to experience it instead of being at home, sitting on the couch, not able to move. If you've tried everything and you think that nothing's going to work, I encourage you to go to the Good Feet store because it changed my life and it could change yours too.
See how we can help you with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kandula, founder of Advent. We know that when you breathe well, you live better. Just ask our patient Andy.
As long as I can remember, I've had issues breathing through my nose. Since starting this journey and having this procedure done, day-to-day life has just gotten better. I'm able to do all the things that I want to do without having to think about breathing. I breathe through my nose. I sleep through the night. I don't wake up with headaches.
Advent can deliver long-term results in about 20 minutes with simple in-office procedures. We diagnose and treat the root cause of nasal congestion, sinus pressure, sleep apnea, snoring, and allergies. 96% of patients with severe nasal breathing issues report improvement, and most major insurance plans are accepted.
Best advice I can give anybody that has sinus, sleep issues, just get it checked out. Go in and have someone take a look at it. It's 100% worth it.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
What defines Ohio? A place that dares to go first and never looks back. There's no slowing us down. At Jobs Ohio, our mission is clear. Strengthen job opportunities and empower Ohio's workforce. Another reason why Ohio is now ranked the #1 state for business by CNBC. This is what unstoppable feels like. We did it together, Ohio. Our time is now. See Ohio's momentum at jobsohio.com/Ohio's time.
Common Man and Timmy.
Empire State Building. Oh, look at that. It sucked. Why do we do
Why
any
are
of
we
it?
going places? Just look at a Google image. There it is.
Common Man and Timmy Afternoons on the Fan is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We're looking at sunny to partly cloudy skies here for today with highs into the upper 80s this afternoon. Also tracking the chance for a few showers and storms mainly in the afternoon east of Interstate 71. We'll see more of the same here for your Thursday with highs into the upper 80s and some sunshine around. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on 97.1 The Fan.
All the Ohio State conversation you can handle. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Your Ohio State flagship station. The Fan. Rothman and Ice present In or Out.
Just a little of the old in and out.
By the way, before you get to ins and outs, Todd Monken opened his presser today by saying that this whole etched in stone, he gets that game, this guy gets the other, is a misrepresentation of what he said. It's not entirely accurate.
Okay.
He goes, someone has to go out there for the first snap, thus they would be the one that starts. At this point, we're so far from that it's not really as important as what it got made out to be.
Okay. He's entitled to change his mind. Like you said, we got a long way to go. And it doesn't sound like anybody, whether it's Deshaun or Shedeur, separated themselves enough for him to have a clear view of who is the guy right now. And so, we got plenty of practices and weeks to go until
that's right
the first game, and this will clarify itself because one of these guys, I think, will separate in time. It's okay that it hasn't happened yet.
All right, TLC. What did you plan during the break?
First of all, I'd just like to say a thank you to Joshua in the YouTube chat. Not Joshua Perry, because if Joshua Perry's telling me, hey, sleeping is easy, just close your eyes and that's it, he's definitely not with me on this one. But Joshua says, the other Joshua says 100% same to me. And I said, which one? He goes, both. So that means the stage fright is real with Joshua, and he is also totally in on guys going up to the urinal with their phone.
Stage fright at the urinal.
Stage fright is very real. Very real.
Yes.
Stage fright, I agree. But at the urinal, my mind can't. But what are you afraid of?
It's just
performance.
There's some sort of self-consciousness to getting it going. Coming out of the starting blocks.
I didn't always used to be like this, by the way.
And it does.
This is like
and I don't think it's every time either.
In the past decade type thing.
So is this because you think people are looking at you?
I don't know, man.
It's just a self-conscious thing. That's all it is. You're there.
So if you went in a stall, do you think that would be eliminated?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
I know for a fact it does.
So why don't you just go
what I do.
number one in there all the time? Then?
I do.
Oh, okay. You do.
I do. Sitting down.
So
that's not true. But, just
interesting. Okay.
All right.
Learned something
All right.
today.
There you go.
Stage fright at the urinal is a thing for some of the fellas out there. Okay.
Yes. And so is playing on your phone while you do it. But anyway. Are you in or out on vanilla ice cream being a boring order if you are going to an ice cream shop?
Yes. Yes, when you're going for the hard ice cream. Soft serve, amazing. Vanilla soft serve. But if you're going to Baskin-Robbins at 31, this is going to be tough. You do not need to order vanilla.
Yeah.
I loved it as a kid.
Yeah.
Now, and here's the if, also the second if you like someone that likes to put a lot of toppings on it, vanilla's perfectly acceptable. In fact, probably recommended. So those are my.
So if I pulled up the Cold Stone, Graders, Baskin, whoever it may be, and I had all those options in front of me, and I walked away with just let's say a cone with
plain vanilla cone.
Plain vanilla. I would feel like I shortchanged myself just a little bit. I need some Oreos on there. Something has to go
or
along
a different flavor
with it. Like when I think vanilla ice cream, I usually like to pair that with something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a brownie, apple pie, cookies, or something. That way it doesn't take away from them.
But yes, when you're dreaming about desserts that you may eat eventually in the afterlife.
So that's when I'll seek out vanilla ice cream. But I can't have it just plain in a bowl, cup, or cone. Yeah, can't do that.
We co-sign that.
I feel like vanilla ice cream is really, really good and kind of underrated. But yeah, you gotta, if you're going someplace, you gotta take advantage of the moment.
Yeah,
like,
give me some hot fudge,
you
caramel,
got
anything.
you got a million flavors there. You can't just go there and just get vanilla.
I don't know about a million, but yeah.
I don't know. All right, so how do you feel? I don't even know how to phrase this as an in or out, but how do you feel about parents bringing their opposite gender child into the bathroom? So, for example, if a mom takes her son to the mall and her son's like 2 and she's got to go to the bathroom, she might just say, hey, come into the women's restroom real quick. Because she doesn't want to just say, she doesn't want to just send in a 2-year-old son, like you got to go to the bathroom. Hey, go by yourself.
There's something about that I'm good with. If we flip it and there's a daughter, I think in the men's bathroom.
I'm not down with that.
That doesn't feel as okay to me. And I don't know why. But I think it's pretty clear why I feel that way. So, yeah, I'm going to go son.
I can't explain it, but I agree.
Yeah, like son with his mom in the women's bathroom feels safer to me than a young girl in a men's bathroom with her dad. I don't know. I just feel that way.
In a stall? Obviously.
No, you're not in the stall. You're not watching your mom.
No. What I'm saying is, I think this is more age related for me.
Yeah. So, like, what's the cutoff?
Yeah. What is the cutoff? Yeah.
Like, what's the cutoff where you would trust your kid? This is 3 people with 0 kids.
7?
What's the 7?
6? You mean with the parent?
When do you trust your kid to go into the bathroom alone? And you also don't want to. I've actually seen this before, where like you sometimes ask a stranger, like, "Hey, my kid's in there. Can you just watch and make sure he's all good?" And it's like that's a lot of faith in a stranger.
Let us know in the YouTube chat. Seriously, like if you're a parent, when you were allowed your son or daughter to go in a public restroom alone when you were there, I'd love to know.
Okay,
interesting.
Yeah,
I'm gonna set the over under at 6.5.
Okay,
I think 6.5 years of age.
Yeah, I think most people. I think you'd probably get some that would say 6 is old enough, and some would say they got to be 7. Like that's the number I'm going to put on it.
Your kid goes to kindergarten at 5 years old, turning 6. So if your kid's in school, I feel like they can go to the bathroom by themselves in a mall.
That feels appropriate.
And I assume that the 7-year-old is probably feeling less stage fright than you.
Yeah, you got to tell your
is
kid,
my guess.
Hey, if nothing's coming out, just go in the stall. And then this is not really much of an in or out, but have you ever seen a parent have their kids on a leash out in the wild before?
No, but I have seen a cat on a leash.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Is it?
Really?
Yeah, because
I don't know.
It is cool, and I'll tell you why. It is cool because a lot of cats really do like going outside, but it's not as safe, and they can run. You know, they're not like can't call them like dogs, all of them. So it's kind of cool to be able to get your cat tethered, but be able to let it experience the outside. And I think it's cool, man.
I think it's safe. I don't know
because we have one one that I take out. I don't put her on a leash, but she's learned to stick around in the area.
Okay,
but it's not like if she sees a squirrel that I'm going to be able to compete with that.
I think I'm going to know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask anyway. You can't. Are you in favor of the zapping thing for the dogs when they have to in the backyard?
0.
I figured
the shot collar.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary.
Okay.
Our next door neighbors growing up had a cat where like the cat lived outside except for when it was time for bed, and the cat just did its own thing all throughout the neighborhood all day long, and then it just knew where to come home to sleep.
Hey, do you let the dog sleep in the bed with you?
Dogs are always in the bed.
Yep. Okay.
You knew the answer to that.
But if you don't do it, if you aren't going to do it, don't do it. You can't start it and then.
Yeah, I just, as a germaphobe, I wouldn't be able to get over that.
Oh.
I'd have a nice little cozy bed right next to my bed, but they can't. Yeah, I just think about all the dirt and stuff that they would be bringing in my bed. Nah.
Shedding.
Yeah, nah.
Love it. Waking up in their fur.
Yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
I had a buddy of mine that had a dog, and he wouldn't even put it in his own car to take it to the vet, and he'd have a friend come over and do it.
Okay,
what's the point?
It's a little extreme.
Come on.
It's a little extreme.
All right, we got Ian Fitzsimmons up next. What is your prediction on his answer? I believe if I asked him about stage fright in a public bathroom at a urinal,
0.
I believe he's got 0, but I also believe he thinks it does exist.
Yes, but he's going to look down upon those people.
All right, we'll find out next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Common Man here for my friends at Care Heating and Cooling. Summertime napping season is upon us. What's that mean? Well, that means for me, a little nap on the leather couch. I got the ceiling fan on, but if that AC's not working properly, that nap turns into crap. Am I right? You got to make sure that AC's in tip-top shape, and the only people to call are my friends at Care Heating and Cooling. The message on their homepage says, we care about your comfort, because they do. If you're not comfortable in your own home, they start to get itchy and scratchy. Here's what you need to know about my friends at Care. They've won the Lennox Centurion Award for 17 years in a row. Now, if you're not in the biz, you don't know what that is, but I'm going to tell you, it's given to the top 5% of Lennox dealers in the country each year. Their service techs are the best in the business, and there's not a problem they can't solve, except maybe the meaning of life. They had no answer when I asked them. But think about living without central AC. Mess you up. My friends at Care also have easy online scheduling. CareHeatingandCooling.com. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING when you need a company you can trust.
I'm John Morgan. There are many reasons to hire Morgan & Morgan for your injury case. Reason number 3. First, all lawyers are not the same. If my family had an injury case and I couldn't hire us, there are only about 3 to 4% of the lawyers out there that I would hire. And here's why. Most of them rarely, if ever, go to trial. They just take the last best offer. Hell, you can do that yourself. Do this. If you're looking for a lawyer, Google Morgan & Morgan results and see what comes up. It may shock you. Then Google the firm you're thinking of hiring and do the same. That may shock you as well. We became the largest injury firm in the world for a reason. We won a lot. $30 billion and counting. Morgan & Morgan, or thepeople.com. Who would I hire? I'd hire us.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Always as tender as a well-done steak. This is Rothman and Ice.
He's our guy, Ian Fitzsimmons, ESPN Sideline. Amber and Ian, 8 to 10 p.m. with us now on the Bryant Heating Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. My man, I'm not going to start with our oddball question. I was going to lead off with it, but I'm not going to. Why
not?
Because it'll take us down a road, and then I won't get what I need out of the other stuff. That's the problem, right? I can't do it because then it'll eat up 7-8 minutes, and we'll be done.
Well, let me throw one at you guys in. I've actually contemplated recently during the day, because now that our show's been moved back an hour on the network, I mean, I'm getting kind of bored, guys. Now, once football gets here, that's 8-9 hours of prep for a game I'm going to call. But I was thinking about just every now and then, like becoming an Uber driver and just kind of tooting around Texas, man, and just meeting the people. Thoughts? It's
not a bad little side gig. I'm just wondering if you can handpick the time of day, because I don't think you want to be the. I don't know, Maddie would maybe know more about this as far as like going out at night and drunks getting in your car.
Hell no.
Yeah, you got
during the day.
Okay, during the day. I mean, you could just do a DoorDash. Instead of dealing with people, you just be dropping off food orders or whatever. You could do that, unless you want to meet the people.
The stories, man. Yeah, I mean, I want to hear the stories, because I'm not a big, huge fan of living around humans. That's why my final dirt nap is going to be on like 10 acres somewhere in the mountains. But I do like hearing stories. So, I mean, hey, you want chatter, I'll give it to you. I talk for a damn living. If you want quiet, man, I'll crank the damn music up and we'll just get you from point A to point B.
Okay. I think you'd be great at it. I think I'm
breaking even because I got a gas guzzling, Dodge Ram pickup truck. But hey, it'd still be entertaining.
Would that qualify as an Uber? Could you? Does your ride meet a certain level of that it could make it?
It's a really nice jet black truck with black interior, leather seats, sunroof, full screen, all that good stuff.
Okay. Sounds like a nice little whip. Yeah, I want to see this, Fitzy. I think you could pull it off. I think you'll crush it, man. I'm a guy that when I get in my Uber, though, I don't want to talk to the Uber driver. So I hope you wouldn't be offended by that.
No, not at all.
Okay,
matter of fact, I would prefer that. But if you want conversation, I'll hear
you. Chop it up. Okay. All right. Hey, Coach's Bowl dropped yesterday. What jumped out to you as that was a bit of a surprise? Anything like that for you?
BYU being that low, BYU's damn good, guys. And when I say damn good, I think college football playoff good. I think they're going to give Texas Tech, Utah, and anybody else in that conference in the Big 12 all they can handle, man. So Kalani Sitake's boys with that Bearcat and rocking 47 at quarterback, which I absolutely freaking adore. O-line's back intact. D-line's nasty. Dude, they are good. So that was my first one. Second one, Alabama outside the top 10 for the first time in forever in a preseason poll. That's going to motivate their ass, I promise you. So I thought, Bama was a little bit slighted, and I think so was BYU. Other than that, it's a preseason poll. We don't know. Let's be honest. We talked about this last year. We're talking about it again next year. We really don't know who the hell has what. Who had Fernando Mendoza being the Heisman winner and the first overall pick at this time in camp last season? I don't even think his dad did, right? I mean, his little brother Berto, right, who was his backup on that squad. I don't even think he did. And I know damn sure none of us had Indiana hoisting the big tamale, right, and gobbling it down. So what do we really, really know this time of year? I do know that some team outside the top 25 is going to end up inside the top 15. Happens every damn year. I also know that some team in the top 10 is going to be outside the top 25 by the end of the year. That also happens every single year. And another one in the college football playoff era, the eventual national champ that started in the top 3. Let that sink in.
These are the coaches. These are the ones. I'm
the coaches. They are.
What's this? The SIDs are doing it. They're just voting for the teams So are they voting for the teams that they play to beef them up? Is that how this is all? I'm not that naive, but I want to give them a little credit here. So if you're a coach, you're voting for yourself probably as high as possible, and then are you beefing up all of your opponents?
No, here's the thing. And when I say I'm halfway kidding about the SID poll, but that's been a long running joke since the late great Steve Snap was the SID there at Ohio State. I mean, we can go on down the list. Jerry Emig, I know you have too much integrity to be voting for a coach in the coaches poll. But anywho, I'm going to go with I can get a low level GA who played or something like that, or that is now on your staff. That you go, hey, fill out the damn poll. I guarantee it. Like Steve Spurrier ranked Duke every single year at 25. They could be 0-10, and he's having them in the top 25. Why? They gave him his first head coaching job. So there you go. I mean, I don't put a lot of stock in the AP poll. I don't put a ton in the coaches poll because we don't really know. We think we do, but we don't.
I get that. I get it. It's fun for us to talk about. I guess I was mildly surprised. Listen, the 2 rosters I've heard about all offseason, or 3 of them rather, have been outside of Ohio State: Oregon, Texas, and Notre Dame. And loaded. And Georgia was ahead of both of Texas and Notre Dame and the defending champs and Miami. And so where did that sit with you that suddenly Georgia popped up in the top 3 again?
Because what they have going against them is they're young. Do you know what their average age is?
No.
19 and a half years old. That's the 2 deep starting average age for the Georgia Bulldogs. And you know what's really scary? A lot of those dudes got a lot of burn last year, and they were in the SEC championship game, right? So all those dudes come back with a hell of a lot of experience. Yeah, the Georgia Bulldogs belong where they are right now. But I also look when I'm looking at these things, man. I go to strength of schedule. Like let's stay with your Buckeyes. Last year, you had I think you were at Illinois when they were ranked, you were at Michigan when they were ranked, and you played number 1 Texas right off the bat. I mean, other than that, your schedule, man, you didn't have USC. The Buckeyes didn't have to play Oregon. You avoided Indiana in the regular season, then lost to them in the Big Ten championship game. And that Penn State matchup, guess what? That wasn't Penn State, right? And we all couldn't wait to see in November. This year, I'm going off the top of my head here, guys, but I think that November or late October. It's late October at Indiana, USC, at Oregon. I think you get in Columbus.
That's right.
I hope you get that game. So please, football guy, bosses, let me have that game. But anyway, that's a hell of a lot different than last year. A hell of a lot different. Not even mention Michigan at the end. So, and then USC, they have, in my opinion, the hardest home slate when it comes to conference matchups. It is vicious, guys, absolutely vicious, including the Buckeyes going out there. So I always look at who's playing bad A's back to back to back. Bama survived it last year, beating 4 top 25 teams in 4 consecutive weeks, but you saw it took a toll on them in the end because the starting quarterback was banged up, the running back got banged up, 3 offensive linemen got banged up, and that meant Bama was banged the hell up and they got banged out of the CFP. So I always look at schedule, and not strength of schedule, but eventually strength of record. But you got to start somewhere, and on paper, those are 2 things that always jump out to me, who's playing where and against who in consecutive weeks.
Speaking of schedules, I said yesterday on the program, Fitzy, that, one of the games I'm most excited to watch this year is when LSU goes into Oxford on September 19th, and Lane comes out of the tunnel with that crew. So when you look at LSU and Ole Miss,
hey, Matty, is he coming out in the Pope Mobile? Is he coming out in
whatever it's going to be, Fitzy, it is going to be must-see TV, as you know.
Dude, forget mustard bottles like Josh Heupel, head coach of Tennessee, was like, go stock up on mustard bottles and golf balls. Lane's coming back this year, which was hilarious, man. That's JV for what the Rebs are going to give him. I promise you. He's going to be wishing for a little Heinz mustard bottle and a Pro V1 being launched at his ass.
Yeah, isn't one of his players dating his daughter? Or am I wrong?
That was a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an All-American, dude.
Yeah.
That's Weeks. That's a team captain.
May have his potential son-in-law.
Captain.
Okay.
Whit Weeks told me the SEC Media Days via phone. He had a great line. He goes, look, away from the game, he's my girlfriend's dad. When it's during the game or at football, he's Coach Kiffin. I'm like, oh, how's that going to play at dinner? That's interesting. Here we go.
Yeah, no doubt. Which of those programs has more upside in 26, Ole Miss or LSU?
Man, Ole Miss is underrated, guys. They have a lot coming back, including one of the best running backs, best wideouts, best quarterbacks in all of college football. The defense is vastly underrated. They are really, really good. They got to focus in on week 1 because Louisville is one of those teams that's kind of flying under the radar right now. Don't get carried away week 3, man. Like Matty, we all want to be in Oxford, Mississippi on September 19th. I mean, put us all, fly into Memphis, drive the hour down, and I'll meet you at the library, and let's get medieval. Come on. Dinner at Boo Ray's on me. Let's go, man. I mean, let's get filthy nasty. But I'm telling you, they have to focus in on week 1. LSU has already got, they got Clemson's attention, and Clemson has theirs because it's a name brand. Ole Miss is in a different spot because they got, I'm going off the top of my head. I think it's a cupcake in the middle between Louisville and then LSU and Lane coming back to town. Got to focus in on week 1. Please don't ruin this for us, Ole Miss, because I want them both. I can't have a pick in the first one, but if Ole Miss is unscathed and LSU comes in with 1 loss, can you imagine? If they were to be able to say, "Hey, LSU, you're leaving town 1-2. Bye-bye. Take care now." All right, pumpkin.
We got to do this in 30 seconds. Stage fright for a guy at the urinal, real or not?
Real. I had it.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
that's an upset.
My youth.
Yep.
Right there. Yeah, dude.
Maddie's the only one that doesn't have it.
What?
I've never even heard of this until they brought it up. Stage fright at the urinal. Never heard of it until they brought it up, man.
You get somebody with a power suit, power tie, who has power steering standing next to you, and you're like 18 years old, man. And then all of a sudden, selling up to your left is like Royd guy who's, lats hit his ears. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm 18. Yeah, man, I'm clamping up and I'm walking out. And then, and by the way, to avoid that, anyone walking into the bathroom, you don't saddle up next to the guy if there's a spot open.
Of course not.
You don't saddle up right next to him. You go a couple down, man. I mean, come on, let's have some etiquette here.
That's right. 3 doors down. All right, my man. Good stuff as always.
Catch you staring. We really got a problem.
Yeah, TLC wants them to peer over the divider to see what they're looking at on their phone. I'm like, that's smart. All right.
What? Goodbye.
We'll set you with that. We'll send you on your way with that one. Our guy, Ian Fitzsimmons, ESPN Sideline on the Bryan Heating Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. We come back. Maddie, the ultimate motivation to get kids to the games, would this be it? Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
A lot has changed in 30 years, but we're still that old shoe that feels worn in and well-loved. And, well, we smell a little, but whew, you've accepted that. The Fan.
This is This Date in Reds Baseball with team historian Greg Rhodes.
Back in the days of the old wooden grandstands, there was always a threat of fire in the bleachers. And on this date, August 5th, 1894, in Chicago, the Reds were trailing Chicago in the 6th inning when a wisp of smoke came from the outfield seats. The stands were full and the spectators rushed to escape. Many jumped out onto the field itself. The flames soon spread throughout the bleachers, but fortunately, while there were many injuries, no one was killed in the blaze. And the cause? Likely a smoldering cigar butt that had fallen into the debris under the stands. But despite the damage, 2 days later, the Reds in Chicago played their next scheduled game with the ruins of the bleachers still in the outfield. A fire in Chicago this August 5th, 1894. This date in Reds baseball.
This Date in Reds Baseball is brought to you by the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Dinsmore. Celebrating greatness, preserving history, providing inspiration.
Newman Roofing is proud to sponsor the Fan and 10 TV's Beat the Heat fan drive. Help Ohio's most vulnerable residents deal with the extreme heat this summer. Purchase new box fans and take them to the nearest Franklin County fire station or buy online. For more information, visit 10tv.com/beattheheat or lifecarelines.org.
When you first saw her, she was out walking her dog. You didn't notice her at first. But when you finally did, it was too late. Because at that moment, you were speeding. She was out walking her dog and only had a second to let go of the leash. Your foot was on the gas, and her life was on the line. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a social media manager.
Did you just post our Q4 earnings to your personal social media?
Oh, yeah. Used the trending audio and everything.
That's confidential financial data.
Relax. It only went a little viral.
The SEC just commented with the eyeball watching emoji.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
At St. Jude, every innovation we make is a moment we give to children with cancer everywhere. But we can't do it without you.
Learn more at stjude.org.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My sinks gurgled, they barely drained. The toilet overflowed. I plunge all day with no look. What's wrong with this commode?
Clogged drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain or you don't pay with a 1-year guarantee.
It's 93 or free.
Guaranteed. Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Everybody thinks they're a great driver. Outlaw Motor Speedway gives you the chance to prove it. Experience professional racing simulators, full motion rigs, and some of the world's iconic tracks right here in Grandview. Race your friends, join a league, or bring the office out for an unforgettable corporate event. And when the checkered flag drops, keep the night going with great food and drinks here or next door at Agave and Rye. Then climb back in the driver's seat and see who's got what it takes. Book your race today at outlawsimracing.com.
We at The Fan have created a show where you can be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Sunday mornings at 8.
It's the Fan Call-In Show, presented by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966. The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and $2 tall boys. All day, every day.
You're listening to Roastman and the Icebreaker right here on 97.1, The Fanification.
So there's a name of a dude that was really good in basketball in the 90s, played in this conference, and his name is Quanzo Martin, and he played at Purdue. So he played for Gene Cady. He played alongside Glenn Big Dog Robinson. I don't know if that rings a bell for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when
he used to rock like the headband with the double wristbands, I think, too, which is you don't see that look at all anymore in the NBA.
And so when Purdue, not that they've ever been horrible, but when they were winning back-to-back Big Ten titles in the 90s and going to the Elite Eight, he was a guy that was really good defensively. And he would go up against the best guys in this conference, whether it's Sean Respert or Michael Finley, and he just shut him down. Mm-hmm. And he was really known as their stopper. And he's kind of bounced around. He went into the pros and left the pros after a few years. I think he went overseas, came back and started his coaching career. High school. Was a high school assistant in West Lafayette. And then went right into Purdue to become an assistant, and then onward and upward. And he's been at Missouri State now a couple of times, there and back. But this is really weird. So the sports editor and Missouri State Athletics beat writer Ryan Collingwood put this out. Quanzo Martin told me an idea that he had to help get more student basketball attendance at Great Southern Bank Arena, which averaged less than 2,000 fans a game. Quote, if a student attends 85% of the games this season and they don't leave until the end, see it through.
Clock has to hit triple zeros. Okay.
They get a couple credit hours for the semester.
Okay.
They swipe their phones at the game to keep track. He goes, I had 160 credit hours when I graduated, and I couldn't tell you where 60 came from. So let's create an atmosphere.
You know what, AR?
School credit?
I'm never going to dunk on people for trying to be creative. I'm not going to dunk on them for that. Did the president and AD, have they signed off on this?
I don't know.
This is just his idea.
This is something that either was hatched or who knows.
I hope this goes through, because I think some students are going to take him and the school up on that deal. Why would you not? Get some credit hours, go hang out at a basketball game for a couple hours? I don't have to be engaging. I just got to be there.
Just want warm bodies in the seats.
Why not? Create a good environment for your players. I like this. Trying to create a good environment for his players.
I don't.
You don't like this idea, huh?
I don't have they're paying to go to school. Like, I don't know how much money the school needs to keep it going.
If you were, when you were in college, you wouldn't have taken them up on this opportunity?
Oh, no, I would take.
Me too.
I just don't know if this is where we should be going. Basically, you're not really bribing them, but you are.
You are, yeah. You are.
Maybe they like what they see once they get there and spend a little time.
We talked earlier.
He's getting torched for it.
Is he?
Yeah. How about try to win some games?
Especially, of course. Social media.
Nothing
some
positive.
Fans. Nothing positive happens on social media. What did I expect? Somebody trying to come up with a creative idea. No, of course you get dunked on for it. It's the world we live in.
There just might be some other incentive instead of giving them course credit for attending a basketball game from beginning to end.
Schools have tried that. Hey, you come this early, you sit in this section, beers are $25, for a quarter.
Well,
you
I
get
don't
a beer
know how many of the students are allowed to drink, but
good, fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Not that they don't. I'm just saying they can't be legally serving it up. Anyway, I don't know. It's just the old school, win games. That'll bring them there.
That usually does it. That usually does it. But
he's doing it the opposite way. He's saying we get the atmosphere. The atmosphere will lead to wins.
Yeah.
Instead of the winning leading to the atmosphere.
Like Ohio State knows, the shoe's going to be full. Shoe's going to be full more times than not. There are a lot of programs that think the same way.
What about the shot?
Well, fair. Fair to bring that up. That's always been a conversation that we talked about as well, and that could be better. But whether it was the Akron story that we talked about earlier, whether it's this story, whether it's what Oklahoma State tried to do last year, all of this stuff in the college landscape right now is, I think, being affected because of the NIL transfer portal era that we're in. And so you have to try to take these swings. Think about the changes Ohio State is making. some of the things that are coming down the line that have already changed due to NIL and all of that. So you have to play this game. None of this stuff probably won't work, but if it's going to get butts in the stands, why not take a swing at it and see if it does click?
Yeah, I don't know if the school is willing to hand away free credits. That's my point. They'd rather have you take basket weaving and whatever else.
That's a tough sell
for sure. Where you're paying for those classes.
Yeah.
But if you're giving people free credit hours for going to the games, you're losing money both ways. If you're giving them free tickets to attend and you're giving them course credit, it's self-serving for him if he's the coach. He wants butts in the seats, but
what you just laid out for us is probably where this is going to head. When everybody that is a decision maker at that university gets together and says, "Coach, we respect you, but this is just something we can't do."
I'm not going to lie. I took what's the easiest one? I think I took a racquetball class.
Oh.
I think my brother and I were both in racquetball. I'm almost sure I got credit for it.
I like racquetball. Racquetball's fun. I do like racquetball.
It's kind of been put out now. It's great. Throw you in that big room.
Oh, yeah, man.
Play it off the ceiling.
Yeah.
Whacked in the back with a racket. Get the goggles on.
I took a couple BS cooking classes to get me through, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Yeah. A couple of my favorite classes.
Well, you paid for it.
I did.
Yeah, it wasn't free.
But that was, an easy way to get to the finish line.
That's right.
Bake a couple of those in.
Take a billiards class.
Yeah. Now, I would definitely take a gaming class now. That's available at certain universities. Gaming? Yeah, I would have
TLC wants a degree based on it, right?
Based on what?
On anything. You say they should make a degree out of just liking sports or
I think anything that has a profession to it. In fact, I think I saw here I go. Just I read this in my algorithm, so who knows if it's real or not. But I'm pretty sure I saw that Arizona State is having influencer classes.
I was just about to bring up.
Okay, if you saw it too, then that means it got to be true.
I was just going to say I didn't see that, but I won't be surprised if universities start offering programs for podcasting either.
Yeah, and so
you can major or minor in podcasting or something like that. That would shock me.
My whole argument is that I think college athletes should be able to major in their sport, and practices and games should count as credit hours. Now, I think there should be other stuff, like teaching them how to become coaches, teaching them how to become agents, and learning the business side as well.
That's not a side thing? That's not what they're actually going to school for?
That's a part of their major. So it's like football players at Ohio State should be able to major in football, and part of their credit should be playing on the team. Yeah. And then other stuff, learning.
I guess it depends how much of the credit is playing. That's,
I guess so.
Where you'd have to have a fight on that. All right, we're coming back, and top of the hour, we'll get into Ryan Day and his kind of ever adopting the new era of college football and doesn't really mind this potential controversy. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
We're the highest rated sports radio station in America. There's no joke there. We just are. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Well, welcome back to That Lux Life. It's your boy, Will Winmore. Today's guest, the Millionaire Ball from the new Ohio Lottery Daily Draw game, Millionaire for Life. Hey-o! So if a player matches 5 numbers and the Millionaire Ball number, they win $1 million a year for life. Hey-o! Or $100,000 a year for life if they match just 5. Hey-o! Millionaire for Life is the game. Millionaire Ball is his name. Play Ohio's newest daily draw game for your chance to win for life. Players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place, here with a happy customer.
Wilson's trying very hard.
Thanks, Mom. I mean, Margaret.
Wilson, is this your mom?
Yes. Mom.
Wilson, your mom should like your windows.
Oh, I wouldn't know. We actually have Pella windows.
Mom!
They've really lowered our energy bills.
I'm going to go wait in the car.
Get the windows that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
He opens his toolbox before he opens his wallet and believes you can fix anything with 20 minutes and some pride. He's Mr. DIY. Then when he needs metal, he goes to metal supermarkets. Artists, hobbyists, machine shops, maintenance professionals, and welders all count on metal supermarkets for over 8,000 metal products, shapes, and grades. If it's metal, they've got it or can get it for you. Cut to any size and ready fast. Visit the family-owned franchise on North Wilson Road or Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip?
booked, and switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back, plus $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks and a member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
I'm John Morgan. There are many reasons to hire Morgan & Morgan for your injury case. Reason number 3. First, all lawyers are not the same. If my family had an injury case and I couldn't hire us, there are only about 3 to 4% of the lawyers out there that I would hire. And here's why. Most of them rarely, if ever, go to trial. They just take the last best offer. Hell, you can do that yourself. Do this. If you're looking for a lawyer, Google Morgan & Morgan results and see what comes up. It may shock you. Then Google the firm you're thinking of hiring and do the same. That may shock you as well. We became the largest injury firm in the world for a reason. We won a lot. $30 billion and counting. Morgan & Morgan, or thepeople.com. Who would I hire? I'd hire us.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
When your joints hurt every day and you've been told you need surgery, you better do your homework. Once a joint is replaced, there is no going back. Hi, it's Tyvis Powell. Before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to Dr. Tesner and his team at QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatment to deliver relief to patients like you here in the Columbus area. If you're a good candidate, they'll concentrate tiny healing tools within your body right on the spot that actually causes the pain. The whole idea is to give you a real shot at holding off surgery, or in some cases, even avoiding it altogether. And that's why it makes sense to explore every option before making a decision that can change your life. Don't just accept surgery as your only choice. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion and know your options. The conversation and consultation are totally free. Go to QCKinetics/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
CEC Turf and Tractor is growing. We're proud to welcome Green & Sons Equipment's Mount Sterling and Marysville locations. Same hometown service you trust, now with the strength of one of Ohio's largest Kubota dealers. Visit CECTurfandTractor.com today.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. I'm Tyler Danberg. Ohio State football reports to campus today for fall camp. Head coach Ryan Day went on ESPN's Pat McAfee show and said his team is going to need to be at its best each week.
There's 17 games that are listed there. That includes all the playoffs. If we play that entire schedule, there's probably going to be 11 teams that are ranked in the top 25 at the very least. So, we're going to have to bring it every week, and it's going to have to sustain throughout the season.
Also today, Buckeyes tight end Hunter Welsing was named to the preseason Mackey Award watch list. And in baseball, Columbus Clippers lead the Syracuse Mets 7-2 in the bottom of the sixth. Ralphie Velasquez has homered in 3 straight games and 5 times in his last 8 contests. This update is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Warmer weather, more time outside. Summer gives weight loss a head start. Awaken 180 gives you the plan to make it happen. The official weight loss program of summer. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and I feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Orthopedic One, Central Ohio's most trusted orthopedic practice. Find a physician or location near you at orthopedic1.com.
Final hour of the program, we had Ian Fitzsimmons. We'll have Bobby Carpenter because we slid him from 1:30 to 2:30, so Carp will jump on then. And Ryan Day will be knee-deep in camp now, and he'll have battles to look at as we get closer, and we are getting closer. But there'll always be talk about where this thing is going and what is going to happen in the coming wave of the next expansion, realignment, all of that.
Yeah, you mentioned camp and football getting going. Ohio State fans, your first look at the 2026 Buckeyes are here, and you can join us tomorrow through Saturday at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center for Ohio State football training camp, presented by Safelight and Bob's Discount Furniture. The fans' live training camp broadcast schedule will be this: T-Bone and Tyvish from 6 to 9 a.m. You'll get Morning Juice from 6 to 8 on the Fans YouTube channel, Bishop and Friends from 9 a.m. to noon, and then on Saturday, it'll be Fan Sports Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you're interested in attending, secure your spot today at ohiostatebuckeyes.com. Don't miss your chance to be a part of Buckeye Nation's kickoff to 2026. Gates open at 8 a.m. with practice kicking off at 9 a.m. Again, you can scoop your tickets at ohiostatebuckeyes.com.
The CFP's management committee is going to gather again.
How many times
in
have they
5
met?
days? Well, this is going to be the first big meeting since January.
Okay.
So they haven't met. Right. This will be the first meeting in 7-8 months.
Fine.
And
Just tell me when it's done.
a lot of it is formats and
Exactly.
what you and I don't care about, which is TV windows and crap like that. Honestly, I mean, we're used to that now. Does it suck for a lot of people, including me, who like to just sit there with a remote control and go to the regular stations and find a game? Yeah. Then going and hitting
With the clicker?
source. The old, yeah.
That's an old
My dad
term.
had a clicker.
The clicker.
Well, it actually did click. That's the old point of
So
it.
you just hit it. Every button clicked?
Well, he
when
had a
you-
remote control, and when you punched it, it did click.
Okay.
Yeah, it was actually a clicker. He had an old Zenith, and it had a remote control that had a clicker.
Okay.
So the meeting won't produce a decision based on 16 or 24. That's expected maybe later on details on that. But there are some considerations regarding the calendar. And I know they're going to package this up as student safety and health and schedules, and they got to have finals, right?
Got to have
They
them.
still have finals in college, correct?
I believe so,
Still
yeah.
taking tests.
I believe so,
right?
yeah.
They're not just going and listening and then getting credit and then leaving. And then if you retain some information, great.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, that's on you. Maybe that's how schools should really be. No more grading system. You've paid to be here.
Mm-hmm.
What you get out of it is on you.
How do you earn your degree in that scenario?
It's a great question. Maybe by the old-fashioned showing
Show
up.
up.
Did you show up?
Your attendance.
So, and then the revenue is obviously the big thing moving forward. So let's not lie. It's not about the rest of this stuff. Now, the calendar is real. It really is. Because on whether or not, I'm not a big fan of like what Ryan Day is going to tell you. It seems odd to me, but I think it slants a little bit towards what he thinks is great for him in running a team. There you go.
You want the CFP one or the tough schedule?
No, the one about where the calendar.
Gotcha.
Yep.
When you think about any other sport, that layoff is just it's not normal. So we have to figure out a way to do a better job of responding to that. You know, I think it's an important deal, and we have to figure out. I thought we had a really good plan going into it, and I don't think we played very well in the first half of that game. And we found ourselves in a hole, and then we ran out of time because we couldn't finish it off in the second half. So do I think we should move up the season and take away that gap? Absolutely. I know that there's a lot that goes with that. I've had conversations with Tony about this. In a perfect world for me, we would move up the season a week. We would push all the games back, but I also know there's the NFL playoffs. There's a lot that comes with all of it. That would allow us to end the season sooner, and then it would allow us to open up the portal and then finish the season, put your roster together, which would all make much more sense to me. But that's college football, so we're going to adapt because nobody cares, and we better figure it out because we're going to be in that situation again, hopefully really soon.
Nobody cares because they're printing money. That's what it is. And everyone's making money. Coaches are making money. The players are making money. The administrators are making money. Yeah. And the advertisers are paying for it, and the fans are paying for it, and everything rolls. But I guess I'm not really reading his move it up if you're going to create not as much of a gap. Now, if you want to get rid of week 0, I would give teams 2 bye weeks.
Ooh, what are the week 0 games this year?
I would say
North Carolina, TCU, and Ireland.
You have 14 weeks to play a dozen games. Like, that to me is the way to go. Week 1 should begin the weekend before Labor Day weekend and whatever. That's it.
The part of the college football calendar that I think really needs to get cleaned up is when we are talking about the playoff, and we've been having discussions about guys that are part of playoff teams transferring out. And I know Penn State dealt with that with one of their quarterbacks, I think a couple years ago. You had some of the coaching changes going on in the most important time. And so if they could figure out how to clean up that pocket of the calendar, I think that would do the sport some good and maybe make some of this easier for everybody to manage. Because when you're a head coach and you're getting ready for the playoff, you don't want to be dealing with that during that time. You're trying to focus on who your opponent is and all of that. So that's always felt odd to me.
Well, there's an exception for teams that actually go deep into the CFP, right? There's an exception because there's a portal window from, the day after New Year's to, like, midway through the month. And then there's an exception, I think, for the teams that are still playing. But, yeah, we're in an odd point. You wanted freedom. You wanted these students to be able to go and transfer, just like the coaches can leave. This is what opened up this can of worms. But
there is an extension, but the trouble with that is that the players may, like Bo Prabula is the example that you were talking about, who transferred mid-college football playoff to Missouri. The trouble with that is if the players wait until the season's over, then the jobs that they would seek might be taken already. Yeah. And so they won't really have their pick of the litter of which schools to go to because jobs will already be taken because other guys will already be committed. Mm-hmm. So that's a trouble of it.
That's a tough part, too. Yeah.
He's got one thing right. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Doesn't affect my life.
And you know why nobody really cares, too?
They should care. The parents of the kids should care. The kids should care. The coaches should care. They do, but they're not the ones making the decision. And unless they all band together, but
you brought up something that I think can lean fans into not caring about hearing coaches and players talk about this stuff. And it is the money that they're getting, right? It's like you guys, we don't want to hear you guys complain about, we got to go here and go. Like, fans don't want to hear that stuff, especially now that the money is so public and is so big. He's right in thinking that. So I think that's a good mindset for him to have is, I can have my opinion on what I think would be ideal, but nobody really does care about that. Ohio State fans care whether or not you're winning the big games and making noise in the playoff. That's what they care about, regardless of where the games are being played.
I'd sit here and I can say, hey, they better be careful. I can, but I don't think it's going to matter. I used to say, hey, don't supersize this. You're going to ruin it. You're going to dilute it too much. And guess what? I think it's too strong. I think it's too strong to fail. The only place it'll fail is if you expand this thing to 24 and the media partners say, wait a minute, we're not paying what you're asking to air a game between number 8 and number 24.
Yeah.
It's going to do no ratings. It'll only be attended by the people of those schools, maybe, and it'll turn into kind of a weird bowl season. The only thing that's different is that the winner does advance. In bowl season, they don't. It's your last game. Whether it's good, bad, or ugly, you don't go anywhere. So I don't believe that you could equate it specifically to bowl season. But the only way it would really fail is if you had so many lopsided games, which you will. You'll need a couple upsets to keep some engagement and interest. And then you might have a side of a bracket implode a little bit. But I think if this thing goes to 24, I could sit here and tell you they're doomed. But I don't think they are.
I think your read on that is correct. I think when we get to that spot of the college football season, people are going to be fired up.
They're going to love it.
They're going to be fired up.
Your one and done season.
We're going to be talking about it. They're going to pop big numbers on TV. I'm sure you mentioned something that I think is fascinating, the in-house attendance. What will that look like? I don't know if the networks are going to care about that because they're going to be doing tens of millions on TV. So that's not going to matter too much, but this is where we're going. All the in-between chatter and the bickering from the Big Ten and the SEC and all that, like I'm over that. Just tell me when we're going to 16 or 24 and I'll be at the party.
Well, with 16, you could hold on to the championship games if you wanted to.
Which I kind of want.
You could.
Yeah, I think
if you go to 24, here's the advantage of going to 24. I mean, the disadvantage is you're going to 24. The advantage is that the top 8 will get buys and then the 16 would play on-campus games. The on-campus games, to me, have been a real plus in this whole thing.
Like
that they're not all neutral sites. And these teams have earned, whether it's a cold weather game, bringing a warm weather team in or whatever, I think that's been cool. That's kept some engagement.
Mm-hmm.
And then the coach's job to battle the first round bye and not let that bother their team and use the rest appropriately. But that's why we love it. It's single game. It's not a series. There can be upsets. It's unpredictable. And we're a bracket society. And in a one-and-done season, it still would have something. So whether it's 16 or 24, I mean, I think you'd like to keep it less. But if you hold it at 16, then eventually the dam will burst.
And
again.
they know what, If they go to 24, they're going to make even more money.
If the media partners see the value in it, and you'd have to have some.
I think they will.
Probably so. Yeah. Maybe not every game, but enough to make up for it. All right, we're coming back, and one NFL player is still clinging to this. Are we buying it? You decide next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
If you miss a live show, you can catch the podcast. If you miss the podcast, our hosts have volunteered to have dinner with you.
The meatloaf!
The Fan.
Get Eco.
ECO. Hey, Jerry. Remember when we launched our $93 drain clearing offer and you invented the phrase 93 or free?
You know, I've actually written quite a few catchphrases in my career.
Oh, yeah. Aren't you the guy who wrote Bob's Your Uncle?
Yep. For my friend Steve, who has an Uncle Bob. I was as surprised as anyone when it caught on with the general public.
Get Eco.
ECO. Well, we need 93 or free to catch on. Our experts will clear your clogged household drain for just $93. If we can't, it's free. And we guarantee it'll stay clear for at least a year, or we'll clear it again for free.
Get Eco, and Bob's your uncle, your drains are clear.
Get Eco.
ECO. But Jerry, my uncle's name is Michael.
Get Eco, and Michael's your uncle, your drains are clear.
Let's stick with 93 or free.
Yeah, good call.
Get Eco.
ECO. Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
At most financial institutions, they look at you like you're just an account number. Anthony Rothman here for Ohio Credit Union, where you are a member. That's the difference and the power of belonging. Bank where you are the bottom line. Join now at telhio.org.
McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Whether you're craving a Big Mac, McNuggets, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, make it a meal and save. Your favorite is now your wallet's favorite, too. Extra value meals are back.
Enjoy a $5 sausage McMuffin with egg extra value meal, complete with hash browns and a small coffee. Most stores open 5 a.m. or earlier. Price and participation may vary. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing.
How many of you have had your garage floor done? I'll wait for the answer. That's enough. How many of you think it looks like crap? That's because it is crap. One quick call to Comer & Cross Concrete Floor Coatings at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, and they can install a gleaming new Comer & Cross garage floor in one day. A Comer & Cross garage floor is the gold standard. It's like pulling into a new car showroom every night. And here's the best part. It is guaranteed your garage floor will never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. And listen, you lazy bum, they'll even take the stuff out of the garage for you. They're all certified uniform pros, no subcontractors at Comer & Cross. This is a premier product with premier results, and they hired a premier endorser to tell you about it. For your quick and easy Comer & Cross garage floor quote, call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to comercross.com, C-O-M-E-R cross.com.
Newman Roofing is proud to sponsor the Fan and 10 TV's Beat the Heat Fan Drive. Help Ohio's most vulnerable residents deal with the extreme heat this summer. Purchase new box fans and take them to the nearest Franklin County Fire Station or buy online. For more information, visit 10tv.com/beattheheat or lifecarelines.org.
What defines Ohio? A place that dares to go first and never looks back. There's no slowing us down. At Jobs Ohio, our mission is clear. Strengthen job opportunities and empower Ohio's workforce. Another reason why Ohio is now ranked the #1 state for business by CNBC. This is what unstoppable feels like. We did it together, Ohio. Our time is now. See Ohio's momentum at jobsohio.com/Ohio's time.
When you first saw her, she was out walking her dog. You didn't notice her at first, but when you finally did, it was too late. Because at that moment, you were speeding. She was out walking her dog and only had a second to let go of the leash. Your foot was on the gas, and her life was on the line. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Tita Green with Skip Mosick.
Saturday, we'll talk some girls junior golf with Denise Vermillion, plus Dave Shedlowski of Golf Digest on this week's regular season tour finale.
Tita Green with Skip Mosick. Saturday mornings at 9 on The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We're looking at sunny to partly cloudy skies here for today with highs into the upper 80s this afternoon. Also tracking the chance for a few showers and storms mainly in the afternoon east of Interstate 71. We'll see more of the same here for your Thursday with highs into the upper 80s and some sunshine around. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on 97.1 The Fan.
We test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan. Rothman and Ice present Pre-Snap Reads.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy today at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
All right, so I was going to let TLC have this for Tell the Truth, but I'm going to steal it. I don't even know if he was going to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Jerry Judy is digging in. I didn't think you had it. That was...
No, you're right. The funny thing is that Tyler Janberg texted me in the noon hour literally about this and said, hey, do you want me to cut this? And I said, we probably won't use it, so don't worry about it. And then...
Here we are.
And then you teased it, and I'm like, well, I should have said,
Here we are.
Should have said yes.
There was sound to it?
I guess. Although the thing that he sent me had a picture, not a video. And so I don't know if he clicked. Because, we do that sometimes where we see something and we send something. But we don't actually click on it and watch.
I don't know if you can pull this off, but I just see the video.
All right.
There is a video.
Yep.
So you guys know what I'm going to say then.
Yes, sir. Can you believe it?
Are we just
I was going to wait for the sound now.
It should be. I just slid in your DMs.
All right, so this was about his little, I don't know, was it TikTok, Instagram?
It was an Instagram Live. It looked like he was just sitting in his car.
I haven't listened to this, so I'm staring at the button that I might need to hit.
Okay. But yeah, he was just in his car here. IG Live. You've seen athletes, celebrities do this. They're bored or whatever. They want to kill some time. Ask me anything. You start seeing all the questions pop up, and you respond to whatever question you want to respond to. That was my read on what he was doing.
Yeah, and there's a reason it went viral.
Yeah, because there was a question that popped up
people
and
aren't
said,
dumb.
Who do you want to be your quarterback?
Yeah. Specific question.
He throws up the number 4 with his hands. So, and then he came back around and said, you guys are making it a bigger story than what it is. He spoke to the media today. He was asked about this again, and here was his response.
The internet, they do what they do, flip a story, make it to something that it ain't. I've been in the league, 7 years. And at least 5 or 6 of the years, it's all been a quarterback competition within those years. I think I'm mature enough and wise enough to not answer questions like that. For everyone to believe that I would answer something like that on social media is kind of wild, but you got to understand this what we in and understand how everybody viewing the quarterback competition in this room. So every little thing is going to try to turn it into that, and which I get, I understand, but like I said, I spoke on it. I said what I truly felt about the situation, and I leave it off from there. If anybody want to believe, that's what they want to believe. I know what's the real. I know what the truth is, and that all that matters.
All right, so here's how you answer this. Honestly, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. This is how you answer it. Do we know for a fact that when he was holding up 4 fingers to what we all thought was kind of doing a silent, I like number 4, Deshaun Watson, was there something on that screen at the same time that was asking how old his daughter is? Is there evidence of that? Why would he just throw that up there out of nowhere? That's all it. Because if that's the truth, then I believe him 100%.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that question. I do remember seeing the quarterback question.
Seems convenient.
And so, yeah, I think this story is now become a thing, and it didn't need to be a thing. And so whether he was saying it or not, whether he was implying I want to ride with Deshaun or not, that's not going to have any effect on Todd Monk. And it also is not going to surprise me either if you look around the league and certain guys like to work with other teammates as opposed to the others because you just have better chemistry with them or whatever it may be. And so I'm always going to think he was throwing a little love towards Deshaun. That was my read on the situation. But if he wants to say that we're all lying, then only he knows that.
It's plausible what he said. Like, it's plausible. If we know for a fact that simultaneously someone was asking him, hey, by the way, how old's your daughter? And then he holds up a number 4. Like, that's fine. Okay. But as long as all I know is that the question on the table at that moment was, which quarterback do you think is going to win the job, or who would you like to see win the job? And he holds up a 4.
What do you want us to think?
Then he either got caught up forgetting, just had a brain cramp that he was on video, whatever. I don't know. Yeah. It's no, like you said, it's not that big of a deal, but he's digging in on it, which makes me feel like the only way out is to dig in, because what's his other out?
Yeah.
I was just having fun.
Right. And like, athletes, they always love to tell us, AR, that, you know, we read the situation wrong. You guys are making it bigger than what it is. This is a card that a lot of guys like to play. They're always right. We're never, you know, they're always correct and doing the right thing in their minds.
When Debo went back to the Niners, that's a fairly big name.
Yeah,
that went off the board.
And they needed it, right? With the Ricky Pearsall news that came down that he's going to be out for the year.
Yeah. So there were 3 names that I thought of with Tyreek Hill, who apparently...
Haven't heard anything.
Well, we heard that he can't have any power in one of his legs.
Oh, I did see that when I was off.
Not good.
Yeah, he did say
and
that.
And then Keenan Allen was out there. He's still looking for a job, right?
Going back to the Chargers, isn't he? If he goes anywhere.
Well, I think he's still out there.
Yeah, I don't think
And then the last guy was Stephon Diggs, who was coming off a 1,000-yard season with the Pats, and he was the number 1 guy, but he had some off-the-field stuff and this and that, and
which I think he's been cleared up on, right? At least the situation with, I think, the personal chef, the woman that was in that. He went to court, and I think he was absolved of anything that was negative in that whole deal. So
which tells me exactly why he didn't have a job yet.
Yes.
They had to wait to see that thing go through.
And there was another situation that popped up, too.
His brother,
somebody in his camp.
Weird.
Another. So he's had a couple of different legal things going on.
So there are a lot of teams that were mentioned for Stephon Diggs. One was, I believe, the Ravens.
Yeah, man.
And then you kind of ruled him out. And then I thought Vegas, and then I even thought the Chiefs might think about it. The Colts were probably maybe in that mix. But one team that could honestly really use a number 2 got him.
Yeah.
And that's Washington. The Commanders.
Yeah,
so right now you'd have what? I mean, if they didn't have him next to Terry, you'd have Luke McCaffrey and Antonio Williams. Oh,
remember that name?
Traylon Burks.
Burks
Beeswax.
Yeah, so AR, I think they had to have this happen. Like, I think they brought in a solid tight end in Chigakonkwo from Tennessee, but they needed more pass-catching juice. And like you touched on, Diggs had a good year last season in New England, opposite Keyshawn Butte and that whole crew. But, yeah, I think he and McLaurin will pair well together. Diggs came out earlier this offseason and said, what? I'm the best number 2 in the league. Line them up. Who's your number 2? I'm better than him, and him. So now he's going to have a chance to do that. And I'm sure Terry McLaurin, the former Buckeye, is loving this news because he'll get probably some certain games to where he faces some lighter coverages or whatever you want to call it because of Diggs. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Traylon Burks.
There it is.
The Commanders had a horrible year last year. Real disappointing after the previous year. So they want to get back to the playoffs. This was a need, and you have Jaden Daniels. You have to upgrade your receiver room.
Have to.
And they did.
I still feel like they're, on paper, the 3rd best team in that division, but we'll see if Jaden, if he's 100%, if he can overcome some of their deficiencies. Because I think he has an MVP caliber ceiling when he's healthy and right.
Yeah, now that Diggs is under contract, it's Tyreek and Keenan and Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, I wanted Diggs in Baltimore. I did want Diggs in Baltimore.
So how come you guys shut him down?
What do you mean shut him down? What do you mean by that?
You didn't get him.
But when you say shut him down.
Like you didn't want him.
I'm sure we showed some interest. He probably just, I don't know, maybe the money was too light on our side, and maybe Washington came in with a few extra 100,000 or a couple million or whatever.
Don't the Niners still have to release Ayuk. It's a weird thing, though. They're still hanging on there
and why would any
reason.
team want to bring him in, AR, right now? This was supposed to be his spot.
Dude, desperation, need. He's a talent. Like
the public display that he put on has been unreal. He was supposed to be the running mate with Terry McLaurin, Jaden Daniels, former college teammate, and then he just burnt that bridge.
Throw him with Rashee Rice and the Chiefs. Let them just. They're desperate enough now. We'll come back in 2 minutes with BC, Bobby Carpenter, check in on training camp this week and a lot more. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Berm, we're a couple weeks from training camp, which means every freshman looks like a future All-American. Every position battle has 6 winners, and everybody is supposedly in the best shape of his life.
July, the undefeated season of optimism.
I understand why the players are excited. Camp means the waiting is over. You get the plan, your reps, your coaches, and finally find out what all that work can become.
Honestly, that's what starting Awaken 180 felt like for me, minus the dorm room and somebody blowing a whistle at 6 in the morning.
You stop talking about what you're going to do and start seeing results.
I lost 40 pounds in 7 weeks, and the inflammation and psoriatic arthritis pain in my knees and other joints dropped dramatically.
I lost 50, then another 5 in maintenance, all med-free.
And when you reach your goal, the entire staff doesn't suddenly transfer.
Free support for life, the backbone of the Awaken 180 program.
Have questions? Ask them. Type Awaken 180 in your phone and simply click to call.
Simple, just like losing weight with Awaken 180. Hey, it's Austin Ward. Listen to The Beat with Austin and Byrne, now powered by the Waterworks and Header Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Get the latest Buckeye news, insights, and unbeatable analysis every day. Don't miss a moment. Stream The Beat with Austin and Byrne, sponsored by the Waterworks and Header Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Build your cybersecurity skills and prep for thousands of open positions employers are desperate to fill. Attend classes live online or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
I'm Dan Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, millions of people called us for representation. Why? Because trust grows when you win, and we've won a lot. Over $30 billion and counting. When you call America's largest injury law firm, you're calling a family. You're calling an army, our army. You're calling somebody who will fight for you. Injured? Let our family fight for your family. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Finding the sweet spot between the over and the under. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
Here he is. Going to be at camp this week. Crossing swords. Maybe a stream cross. Who knows? Maybe an Anchorman fight. Anchorman 3.
You putting on the pads tomorrow? You ready to go?
Come on, man. Happy belated birthday.
Well,
let's get going. Crack a few.
Yeah, well, you know what? I had a couple last weekend. That was pretty solid. And I've since dialed it back, restrained. I'm going to try to, I think, do that little conditioning run tomorrow. So I've been dry since Sunday, which is like me in the desert, you know, nothing. I took my son to Kings Island yesterday for his 10th birthday. And, I mean, the roller coasters after riding that F-18 aren't near as daunting. But I will tell you, 7 coasters in we rode every one there that he wanted to ride in about 4 hours on the nose. Like, I was hurting by the end, like just lightheaded, just a long day. And he's like, Dad, I can't wait. We'll do this till I'm 16. And I'm like, buddy, it's a lot of years left, big dog. I don't know if I've got that much gas in the tank, but feeling good, excited. They're not even going to have pads on tomorrow, Maddie. So what am I going to do?
Okay.
Be out there hitting bags by myself?
Sure. Why not? You're doing the conditioning test. Do it all.
Give your own personal senior day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude, you guys had a nice little show there. And tell Ian, I appreciate it. I honestly could have won at 1:30. I was losing my mind about what time it was and where things were at. You know, Rothman, I was getting dizzy with just all the stuff.
Yeah,
I was overwhelmed. So I did the show. I did this speaking event. I tried to jam a lift in, did our little our Roosters show, came back, did my show with Steve. There was just a lot of things swirling, and I was losing track of the time of what it was in the day. But I'm excited to be on here with you guys. And I will tell you this about Aaron. Just kind of digging into the whole Rodgers thing. You know, it's amazing how time heals stuff. and maybe you have a greater appreciation for people after you've been gone with them. Because I think the relationship with Aaron and Mike was rocky at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But then Mike goes to coach, takes a year off, coaches in Dallas. Aaron has other coaches. You're moving around. And then you kind of remember things a little more fondly. You start to remember the best in people as opposed to just like it being a sore that's been like a blister that's been rubbed for, the last 14 or 15 years. So I think that time has kind of healed all that, and there's maybe a greater appreciation for it. And then I think on, his family side, Aaron's a pretty private guy. He'll get up there and, he does a little bit of Bill. He's a little combination of like Bill Parcells and Belichick. Sometimes he just gives you nothing and the deadpan. Sometimes he'll give you, some witty lines and all of that. And like Matty said, he's guns blazing this year. But I think the thing with his brother, and it's crazy because I've worked with him at ESPN. And they've got some similar mannerisms and everything. It's wild. And I think it's like, like you said, he went on some show to be famous. And you made me look bad. You kind of violated some things. And I think that there's probably a little bit of sibling rivalry there with it. And Aaron's like, you're just kind of, not to speak for him, but just kind of seeing it. Probably like, dude, you're riding off of my name a little bit. Like, do you think Jordan Rodgers is doing The Bachelor if he's not Aaron's brother? Like, is he on ESPN? Maybe, possibly, but I think Aaron probably looks at it a little bit, in that light, and then you kind of do those things and put it all out there in the open chairs, and it's like, dude, I never asked you to do any of that. I didn't get invited, and, you have creative control, like, tell them no. And I do agree with you as well, Rothman, with the parents. Like, when you walk off that field the last time, you probably want your parents to be there and them to kind of watch it all and to kind of heal everything up together. I mean, he's 43 years old, and it's just you want to kind of probably have some things go out on a good note.
That's right. Let me get your opinion on this if you have one. So I had heard or maybe read, or I don't know, maybe it was you, maybe it was AJ, I don't know. But do you think Aaron, back when he was coming out of college, McCarthy was the OC of the Niners, and that was probably where he wanted to be, and they wound up drafting Alex? And I'm wondering, did that always have something for him against Mike at that time, that when he was the OC and he went on?
That's a good question. Yeah. That's a really good question. I'd never put that together.
That you passed on me at that time. Now, they wound up coming together and doing some good things together, but I wonder if that always just stuck in the back of his mind.
Well, they came together the next year, because he went there AJ's rookie year.
1 year after that draft, he was in Green Bay. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
That's awkward.
Aaron, I don't know that he probably looked at that as much because, that's like an organizational decision. Like, the OC's got a say in it. I know that Aaron, being a Bay Area kid, wanted to go to the Niners. I think that was big. And
but Mike said that he thought Alex was the better quarterback, though. There's a difference there.
Okay, so him saying that might...
That's what I remembered.
I've never really talked to him about that. That's an interesting concept. I know that they felt pretty good at the beginning, but that there may have always been a little bit there. You know what, Rothman? That's an astute observation by you, because there may have always been a little bit there that I was never quite the guy you thought. And, 4 MVPs and a Super Bowl later, Alex Smith, what's he up to? Like, who'd you take? Who should have you taken?
Well, did you think, Maddie brought this up earlier this week, did you think Kyle Whittingham missed this week at Big Ten? Was he underwhelming in his response to the rivalry, or was it just genuine to him that he was being authentic about, hey, that game's about focus and respect, and the rivalry is huge, but it's not about hatred? Like, is that just his style, and he was true to himself when he said it?
I think a little bit that's who he is, and let's not pretend like he wasn't in a heated rivalry. He was out there on the Utah BYU thing, and I think he coached even at BYU for a little bit, or had people on his staff. And that's a pretty big deal out there relative to them. And there may be people that got upset, like, well, you don't hate him. It's like, well, I was talking to Tom Kuzno about this, because he's trying to put together something where a little Ohio State Michigan golf out, and they've got this big deal and guys from his area that played on both sides. And he was saying, he's like, I want to bring, some civility back to it. It is sports. You say hate, and Woody said all this, but there was a mutual respect off the field, too. that it seems like in this era now where we have to be so controversial about everything, that like things transcend, the field to a degree that they probably were never meant to.
Yeah, no, I agree with you guys. I just thought, Bobby, there's a middle ground somewhere between what Brian Kelly did down there, at LSU. Like, I don't need you faking it, right? But I just don't think either you need to come in and soften a little bit of what the game is. And that's the vibe I got from him. And I also acknowledge, too, that I know what Kyle Whittingham's teams are going to be when they get on the field. They're going to be tough, and they're going to play hard, and they're going to be a good unit. I just wonder how it landed up there in Ann Arbor, because here I don't know if that would have went over that well.
Oh, listen, I mean, Rothman, I heard you guys have talked about this with the John Cooper hire when he got here, and it was predated him, but talking about how Michigan's kind of just another game and different things like that. And it's like, well, that's not what we want to hear either. Like, that doesn't sound very good at all.
No, the key to Coop, though, at the time was that he had beaten Ohio State. I mean, I'm sorry, he had beaten Michigan when he was at Arizona State, right? So he had kind of slayed the dragon. And so whatever he said, the proof of the pudding was in the results of it. And so, but yeah, it's I think talk is cheap, but there is some motivational part of it. Maddie and I also debated this week about bulletin board material. I think it can be real for some guys. I think it can focus them to a point of intensity that maybe they didn't think they had, or if there's something personal about it. Like, we've seen that work for some athletes. Some people say it means nothing, and of course you're motivated. You want to win the biggest game, but when it becomes personal, though, it could get you to another level. It could also distract you and make it too emotional, which we've seen. But I believe it's real.
I definitely think it's there, and like those little slights. Like, you look at Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. Like, I'm not saying I was a great player. I never got offered by Michigan. They wanted me to come to my camp, their camp, to offer me. And they're like, we got a small class. We're only bringing in 16 guys or whatever. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, I really didn't want to go there. It kind of felt weird. But I was like, you're not going to offer me? Okay. And, Coach Herman. What was his first name? He was their defensive coordinator. And we played him down here in 2004. And I'll never forget, they ran like a sweep with Mike Hart, and I ran down and tackled him in the backfield. And it was like near their sideline. And I was an idiot back then, but I was like, not good enough for you now? And I was like pointing at him like, he's probably thinking like, what are you talking about? All I wanted you to do is come to camp, dude. And then maybe we would have offered you. But like, in my mind, like that's how I took it. It's like, hey, you offer these other guys, and I wasn't good enough for you, whatever. Like, that's on you. And we're going to figure that out. And I do
it's a little Remember the Titans without the racial component.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, I guess exactly. But there are those things that you dig into. And to Tom Brady, like, he's always the 6th round draft. Like, there's always something that you try to find. And those emotional elements. Football is the ultimate emotional game. And when you can find those little emotional elements that help you hyper focus, not like distract you and turn you into a shotgun, but turn you into just an American sniper laser that you're able to hone in. Like, it's a very powerful thing.
Remember that, Matty? Was it Bertier? He's the one that
I think that was right. I think the only reason why I disagree with you guys, Bob, and who am I to disagree with you since you play? But here's my stance. I'm not
going to Ryan Clark you, dude. It's
okay. I don't think I've ever seen how bulletin board material shows itself during a game. Like, a player is not going to jump higher because the other team said, I don't know. I don't view it that way. I think it can motivate you up until the game, for sure.
Yeah, it's hard to see, though.
But during the game, I don't buy it.
I do. And to your point, Matt, I think that is where most of it manifests itself, is in the preparation.
Yeah.
And you start thinking about all that stuff, and it's like, I'm doing more. And you're not going to be any better of an athlete out there, but maybe you know more, you're in better position, you're in better shape, you've studied harder, you've like worked through all those different things.
I can buy that.
And then it manifests itself in you playing better because of that hyper focus, as opposed to, not just being another game, but there is something inherently personal about the situation.
Yeah. My man, always good to have you aboard. Enjoy camp this week.
Hey, you know what? Thanks for Ian for the switcheroo. Like, I appreciate it. You guys are the best.
Work for all of us.
Well, you know what? Front hand, backhand, whatever you need.
That's right. Appreciate you, pal. See ya. That's our guy, Bobby Carpenter. And he was on the Brian Heating Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. We will tell the truth next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
A lot of hosts have been on our airways in the past 30 years. Some good, some bad, some really bad. Anyway, sorry for that. The Fan.
CEC Turf and Tractor is growing. We're proud to welcome Green & Sons Equipment's Mount Sterling and Marysville locations. Same hometown service you trust, now with the strength of one of Ohio's largest Kubota dealers. Visit cecturfandtractor.com today.
Whoa, what's all this? These screens, the food?
All for the game, bro.
Dude, let us pitch in.
No need. I've got it all covered. With T-Mobile, I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet.
No way. Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy to set up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com. Price guarantee on talk, text, and 5G data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
Ever wonder where your go-to maintenance person gets the metal products they need to fix yours and everyone else's problems? The best in the business go to Metal Supermarkets for their wide variety of metal products and shapes to tackle projects from simple to complex. Metal Supermarkets is your source for all metals cut to size and ready fast. No minimum order with maximum service. Visit the family-owned franchise on North Wilson Road or at Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com.
It's likely you've made peace with the congestion that greets you every morning. The snoring your partner stopped mentioning. It feels unfixable, but it isn't. For most, it's a nasal breathing problem that's treatable for good.
I'm Dr. Kandula, founder of Advent. Advent can deliver long-term results in about 20 minutes with simple in-office procedures. We diagnose and treat the root cause of nasal congestion, sinus pressure, sleep apnea, snoring, and allergies. 96% of patients with severe nasal breathing issues report improvement, and most major insurance plans are accepted.
Wake up and smell the life you've been missing. The family picnic, the run by the lake, the fresh cut grass. Breathe deep, sleep through the night, and step into every day sharper and more present. It's time for a new beginning. It's the advent of your best life.
Newman Roofing is proud to sponsor the Fan and 10 TV's Beat the Heat fan drive. Help Ohio's most vulnerable residents deal with the extreme heat this summer. Purchase new box fans and take them to the nearest Franklin County fire station or buy online. For more information, visit 10tv.com/beattheheat or lifecarelines.org.
Hey Central Ohio, Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and we buy houses for cash. If you've got a house you need to sell, this is your season. Inherited, behind on payments, just over it? Whatever brought you here, we can help. We buy as is, we cover all closing costs, and there are 0 commissions, period. Just a fair cash offer and you choose your closing date. People are making moves right now, and we make it simple to be one of them. One call is all it takes. We'll get you a fair cash offer, fast, no pressure, no obligation. Hundreds of your neighbors have already sold the easy way, and we've got 5-star reviews and BBB A+ rating to back it up. Leave the stress and mess to us. We're based right here in Columbus, and we're ready when you are. Call us at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, family-owned. Call 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355.
Buckeye football camp is coming, and our team of fan personalities will be there live. Oh, the sweaty sack fun starts Thursday, August 6th. For tickets, head to Ticketmaster.com, your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan.
The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and $2 tall boys. All day, every day.
Tell the truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by McDaniel GM Superstore. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
All right, TLC, I'm on a roll. Can I steal another?
Go for it.
All right. You know what? I probably shouldn't have done this because I don't have the sound, and I do think this needs sound.
All right, so do a horizontal tease for tomorrow then.
Yes, horizontal tease. I don't mean to do this to everybody, but I wanted to ask Maddie something, and I'm not going to tell him what it is. I don't want him to think about it.
Because I like that. For the folks that don't know, sometimes we're getting ready for the show, and TLC and AR, they'll be throwing out ideas, and they'll be going on a story, and I'll say, hold on. I want to react to this live.
Hold up, player.
Yeah, hold up, player. I want to react to this live. So,
So we'll do it tomorrow.
Sounds good.
They'll understand when we give away the sweepstakes for them to plan the show with us. They'll see it in real time.
All right, now you can take us home.
Okay, how much effort are you willing to expend throwing a baseball on a radar gun if you pull up to one of those booths at like an amusement park or something?
Those years are gone. I've done that before live on the air at Channel 6. We did a live shot at Cooper Stadium, and they had set up a little, wasn't a combine or anything, but they had a cool thing. This was at old Cooper Stadium. This was down on Mound Street, and they had the jersey set up of like old Yankee jerseys like DiMaggio and Ruth and Gehrig.
Yeah.
And back in the day, those were all in order that they batted. I don't know if you guys knew that. Like their number equated the order they batted in the lineup.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, and then they had a machine. They had a radar. And I grabbed one, but it was during the live shot, and I just...
92.
No, come on. It was off speed.
Oh.
No, it was
75.
Somewhere in that area.
That's good.
And then when I went to the U.S. Open years and years ago, tennis, not golf, they had a booth where you could go in and serve a tennis ball and do that. But I am not throwing out a shoulder on any... The only radar gun I'm going to be holding is the one up on Gobbler's Knob, trying to get people to slow down a little bit.
Air will be out there in about 20 minutes, folks. Yep. Look out for him. TLC, I've never had the urge to do that, but I do have the urge. You know the punching bag machine that's at like bars and stuff?
The pounds per square inch?
I have had the urge to do that, but that's a thing to where if the number isn't at a certain level, that's an embarrassing thing. So if I'm going to do that, I got to throw an absolute haymaker and connect clean.
I don't think you're going to get injured doing that. I don't think. I'm sure you could,
but I don't think I will.
The risk is a lot less.
You guys ever done one of those? You know what I'm talking about?
No, but what went into my mind was shipping you over to the Ohio State Fair and let you ring the bell and get the big sledgehammer out and see how you can handle that. Do they still have that?
I'm sure they do.
That's old school.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
I would definitely have the urge to do that. And there's no way I would go first because I would need to know what score to beat.
But what if you fall well short of that number, though? That's pretty embarrassing,
Then
too.
I'm going a second time. I'm going a second time, and I don't care if I'm breaking a sweat. Because usually, with that stuff, if you're just hanging out, you're like, I don't want to get sweaty. Like, what? I'm going to go all out on this punch. But, if I need to hit a certain number, I'll put up with the sweat the rest of the night. It's like I can't. If one of my friends hits a number that I'm like, I think I need to expend a lot of energy.
You're gonna stay there
to
until you get it done.
I
respect it.
We got to give it a shot.
I respect it.
Let's play a drop.
And I like meat.
Weird.
Was that AK?
Yeah,
it was.
Okay. He also had this.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
So his appearances on the Buckeye Show are, radio after dark, so to speak. But will the AP Top 25 ever expand?
To what number?
You tell me.
Just any number, huh?
32.
Well, the AP...
Well, that's not you telling me, but 32.
Thanks, Adam King.
Yeah.
So basically what you're saying is, are we going to take the others receiving votes and now give them one? Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much.
So you add 10?
Up to a certain... Well, it doesn't have to be a certain number. Just will it ever expand beyond 25?
If we go to the 2014 playoff, probably, right? I would think. I don't know what that number is.
Probably have to if we went to a 2014 playoff.
16, I don't think we need to do that, but 24, it feels like we probably do.
Yeah, if you got a top 25 right now, and there's 12 that get in, you would think if you added 12 more, we could get this thing to 35.
I think that'll do it, TLC, going to the 2014 playoff. Yeah,
that would break my heart.
The New York Giants. The New York Giants. The New York Giants.
I'm going to tell the truth real fast. I did watch Hard Knocks last night.
Oh,
really?
I did.
Hey.
Yeah.
How?
And
How was it?
McDonald.
Yeah, Mike McDonald.
Let me tell you something. He had a little Harbaugh going.
Okay.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But
Thanks.
I really like him. I think he's a genuinely good dude, I think. And he had a lot of cool things to say last night.
He's the one that got away from me as a Ravens fan, right? Because it was during that time where it was like Harbaugh's still hanging on. You respect his run and all that stuff. But we had an in-house guy. I was like, man, a lot of us Ravens fans were like, this dude could be a good head coach. And obviously he is. So, yeah.
We had Mike Tomlin, the Vikes.
Yeah.
DC.
We had him.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
So we were playing the New York Giants drive. Actually, I got something about the New York Mets for you. So Jeffrey Yan is a reliever who got called up. If you're chronically online, as the kids say, you've seen his highlights already. But the Mets were sellers at the deadline, and when you sell everybody, you got to call a bunch of dudes up to fill the roster. So Jeffrey Yan is a relief pitcher who, after every strikeout, jumps up in the air and tries to do like a half split or like a lunge. It's more of a lunge because he doesn't do a full split. He's not that flexible. But gives a very, very bombastic celebration after he strikes somebody out.
Okay.
Do you think he's going to carry this into the major leagues, or is that not going to be put up?
Okay, we got like 20 seconds. First of all, fire the siren for bombastic. I like it.
Really?
But fire.
Yeah.
Bombastic?
Absolutely.
That's a big word alert.
Bombastic.
Yeah.
Good.
Bombastic?
But that's not an everyday word. It's good.
I mean, Shaggy uses it, but I don't know if.
We got to go. There's truth for today. Common Man and Timmy coming up next. Nicole Sheeran joins the party at 3:30, so don't move.
Talk to you tomorrow at high noon. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
We're the girthiest radio station in the history of radio. Uncomfortably girthy. This promo is uncomfortable. The Fan, Ohio's